Distribute supreme logic through fiber optic. Sure profit is 100%. After the burners ain't your summer haters. Earn it with earnest, the sun and you fakers. Money turn up and I'm looking at acres. The bars is golden, ain't talking to the Lakers. All my life I had to deal with. Coming up with just a little bit, not a little bit. Became a lot, now I gotta deal with you little shits. I ain't served with small talk. This is 365, no call offs. Your bitch with me when she call off. Ride the fur with the long house and we work.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store?
We out here working.
Trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy life for niggas serve the streets without a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away.
We out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days. Let's go. Rubber bands on the C notes. White girl color kilo. People. Then they got a house is not the right.
The most interesting DJ in the world.
It's your boy DJ Dino.
Yeah,
This DMG. It's your boy DJ Dino. You by the corner store?
We out here working.
Trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, serve the streets without a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away.
We out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days.
Yeah, Celine rap with the vacuum seals. Moving weight, we got package deals. Break it down, that's a half a pill. So much money, what about a bill? Independent, what about a deal? We doing good, what about it, Bill? Own the ship, plus we own the ship, we don't own ship. Distribute supreme logic through fiber optic. So the profit is 100%. The afterburners ain't concerned with haters. Earn it with earnest, the sun and you fakers. Money turn up and I'm looking at acres. The bars is golden, ain't talking to Lakers. All my life I had to deal with. Coming up with just a little bit, not a little bit. Became a lot, now I gotta deal with you little shits. I ain't concerned with the small talk. This is 365, no call offs. Your bitch with me when she call off. Ride the fur at the log house and we working.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store?
We out here working.
Trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, serve the streets without a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away.
We out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days. Let's go. Rubber bands on the C notes. White girl color kilo. Deep up on the corner, he the honors. We don't wanna piss on my amigo. Powder coke like in Panama. Play the game like an avatar. Chasing pot of gold in and out of hole. Applying pressure like a China lock. Life living through camera lens. Moving snow like an ambulance. Then they got a house, it's not the right amount. She walk it out in it, it's not a dance. Diamond Dan, try not to glance. Fire hit him like Rodamans. Who got the juice ballin' with the troops? Hang 'em on the noose. Simon says, out here working what he yell. Getting to the mail, super strong smoke smell. Money getting palm, itching palm fishing. My attention was fish scale. Wholesale it, then retail. Only foreign that with V12. Going harder than a seashell. Heaven get me up in this
we out here working.
You by the corner store?
We out here working.
Trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, serve the streets without a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away.
We out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days.
Yeah,
The most interesting DJ in the world.
boy DJ.
Chicago to Vegas, baby. That's DMG.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left a nigga so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away,
We out here working.
trying to stack up for rainy days.
Yeah, Celine rap with the vacuum seals. Moving weight, we got package deals. Break it down, that's a half a pill. So much money, what about a bill? Independent, what about a deal? We doing good, what about a bill? Own the ship, plus we own the ship, we don't own ship. Distribute supreme logic through fiber optic. So the profit is 100%. The afterburners ain't concerned with haters. Earn it with learners, discerning you fakers. Money turn up and I'm licking the acres. The bars is golden, ain't talking to Lakers. All my life I had to deal with. Coming up was just a little bit, not a little bit. Became a lot, now I gotta deal with you little shits. I ain't concerned with the small talk. This is 365, no call offs. Your bitch with me when she call off. Rapping fur at the log house and we working.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left a nigga so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away,
We out here working.
trying to stack up for rainy days.
Let's go.
Rubber bands on the C-notes, white girl color kilo. Deep up on the corner, he the honors, we don't wanna piss on my amigo. Powder coke like in Panama, play the game like an avatar. Chasing pot of gold in and out of hole, applying pressure like a channel lock. Life living through camera lens, moving snow like an ambulance. Then they got a house, it's not the right amount, she walk it out and it is not a dance. Diamond Dan, try not to glance, I hit him like Rodamans. Who got the juice, ballin' with the troops, hang 'em on the noose. Simon says, out here working with a yell, getting to the mail, super strong smoke smell. Money getting palm, itching palm fishing, my attention was fish scale. Wholesale it then retail, only foreign that with V12. Going harder than a seashell, heaven get me up in
Yeah,
this
we
hell.
out here working.
You by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left a nigga so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away,
We out here working.
trying to stack up for rainy days.
Yeah.
The most interesting DJ in the world.
It's your boy DJ.
Chicago to Vegas, baby. That's DMG.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left a nigga so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away,
We out here working.
trying to stack up for rainy days.
Yeah, Celine rap with the vacuum seals. Moving weight, we got package deals. Break it down, that's a half a pill. So much money, what about a bill? Independent, what about a deal? We doing good, what about a bill? Own the ship, plus we own the ship, we don't own ship. Distribute supreme logic through fiber optic. So the profit is 100%. The afterburners ain't concerned with haters. Earn it with learners, discerning you fakers. Money turn up and I'm licking the acres. The bars is golden, ain't talking to Lakers. All my life I had to deal with. Coming up was just a little bit, not a little bit. Became a lot, now I gotta deal with you little shits. I ain't concerned with the small talk. This is 365, no call offs. Your bitch with me when she call off. Rapping fur at the log house and we working.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left a nigga so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Tricking that pain away.
We out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days.
Let's go.
Rubber bands on the C-note. White girl, color kilo. Deep up on the corner, he the honors. We don't wanna piss on my amigo. Powder coke like in Panama. Play the game like an avatar. Chasing pot of gold in and out of hole. Applying pressure like a China lock. Life living through camera lens. Moving snow like an ambulance. Then they got a house, is not the right amount. She walk it out and it is not a dance. Diamond Dan, try not to glance. Fire hit him like Rodamans. Who got the juice ballin' with the troops? Hang 'em on the noose. Simon says, out here working with a yell. Getting to the mail, super strong smoke smell. Money getting palm, itching palm fishing. My intention was fish scale. Wholesale it, then retail. Only foreign that with V12. Going harder than a seashell. Heaven get me up in this
we out here working.
Deep by the corner store.
We out here working.
Trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Tricking that pain away.
We out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days.
Yeah.
The most interesting DJ in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. So everybody rocking out with me live. We're back. So we got I got some new people working with today, man. I got some new people. Some new like I said, some new talent, man. That I'm working with today. You know what I mean? We'll see. Ain't no full-fledged with my man. I'm about to introduce him. So as you guys come in, as always, type something in the chat. We're gonna shout you guys out as you guys come in. Hit the like button. I'm gonna try to turn up, and you know my eyes hurt bad, man. I'm about to go see a motherfucking. My motherfucking eyeballs been killing me. You know what I mean, got the Rona eyeballs, man. But like I said, as you guys come in, hold up, Keontae, my boy here. Hit the like button. We're gonna shout you out. Have a little fun here today. Then I'm gonna try my damnness to get on Twitch for a little while, man. Hold on one second. Let me hop in the room with the guys. We are live.
Okay, we are live. We are live.
We are live. As you guys come in, type something, you know, shout you out. We're gonna make it happen.
What's the topic for the show anyway?
Got a few. No,
I mean, we got a few topics. It's gonna be a good discussion. So we got first in the chat, David BRC55. What's up to him? We have the Real Colito. We also have Playbox with Daniel Jack.
Bro.
What's going on, Seth, Antoine Trumbull, and Lex Perez 2010.
Bro.
What else do we have here? We got Lex Perez 2010. Yes, Keller B8045.
Yes, sir.
Juan Costello. We also have OG the Professional. What's up to him?
Shout out to him.
Swordfish.
Wait.
We also have Deep Tech 809. He'll fix that. Okay. Pause before I say this name, but Post likes 3-inch strudels. Pause on that. We also have Buckdet. We got Quanvo, Big Stout right there. C-Tech. We also have Darklink 999. Tommy Bull. Big Willie 54. Also have Samuel's Views. Let's see. Darklink 999 again. Juan Costello. Colvin Man. What's up to Colvin Man?
Colvin Man.
We also got Big Boog Gaming. All right. Shout out to him. Mr. J Gaming. What's good to Mr. J?
Shut up,
we got Tommy Bull with the $2 for just a donation.
Appreciate
that. If you got a question or anything, Tommy, head us up. You got Styles 2 Godly.
Bro.
Michael Brown. You also have LG Gamer.
LG Gamer, what's up, bro?
Not because with LB Jr. We got Verge Brizzle. Let's see. We have Master Sis with the $2. He says the PS5 is dog shit.
What's up, bro? What's up?
All right. We got King Reaper 74G. We got Bride Gang 49th. All right, probably messed that up.
Brandon Gaming?
Yeah, BYRD. All right, so we got Tip Diamond with the $5. $5 today.
Hey, Tip must got that stimulus down from Canada.
An extra $2.
Yeah.
Extra $3. Hey, what's going on, Z? About time you started the grocery store. They're out here praising Hip Flop Gamer. Jesus. The Xbox Series X is the only console that plays all your old games from the PS1, PS2, and PS3. Man, I'm not gonna lie, Sean over there is making us look bad. Tip Diamond once again. We got Verge Brizzle, Buck that, the Ichi.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, it was good, Itchy. You got Trey Mack and who else? 22.
Trey, what up, Trey?
We got Ricardo Rec PVC.
Ricardo Morales, or it's another one, Ricardo?
Yeah, Ricardo Rec PVC. That's different.
Okay.
So we got Poles Kings of Galvis. What's good, Poles? It's time Vegeta. What's good, Vegeta? I think he was in the chat the other day.
That's bro.
Yeah, he was bro. 6 in the morning or some shit. All right. Let's see. Virgil Brizzle, Mr. Miracle, King of the Road C6. What's up, King of the Road?
That's my brother. What's up, bro?
We got Magnificent Blake, DJ Birdo Dose, Sound 217. Let's see. We also got. I got to call back up. It was Steph and 9-Star Gamings with Akaza Saru Style, Suicide Kings, K Freeman, Mr. Newborn with Yodega. What's up, Yodega?
Yodega, what's up, bro?
It's about the 5th show in a row he's been here. Miss Freeze.
What's up,
let's see. Yep, Steve Peck 809. That's who I missed. We also have the Ichi with the $2.
Bro.
PS5 is dog shit, but I want the PS5 Pro.
Oh, the PS5 Pro already? Damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna talk about it, right? Yeah. We got David Samara in here.
Shout out there.
9-Star Gaming, Phantom Beats, Ford Mustang, Immortal Black, and that's Matt Laser, and that's all I can see for now.
Matt Laser, what's up, man? How you been, brother? Matt, what's up, man? Get up with me, bro. You got a mic. What's start doing, man? And like I said today, we got two new guys I'm about to introduce them. Also tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, at 2:00 p.m. I'm trying to be, I'm be white man on time. I got a very, very special one-on-one. You know what I mean? For those of you, none of you guys ain't new to this dog shit channel, but I have a slew of new interviews that I'm going to be rolling out for 2021. Hip Hop Gamer. Let's let you guys in a little secret. He kind of, and he kind of influenced me or made me, want to do it. You know what I mean? Somebody that more or less talk like me. You know what I'm trying to say. And doing this thing within the gaming, industry. Shout out to him. Like I said, tomorrow at 2:00, I will be doing a one-on-one with him. Put him, should I hit him with some ambush journalism? Should I keep it professional? You know what I mean? Should I put on
ambush, nigga?
Mix it up. Mix it up.
Yo, mix it up.
Gotta be entertaining. Connected. Don't fuck that up.
Nah, man, it's hip hop gamer, nigga. Fucking
It's my bro. Shout out to him. Yeah, you know what I mean? What's coming through? I appreciate it, you know what I mean?
He was actually our first interview, and man.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna turn you up, brother. Hold on, because I had turned you down. You had some shit going on in the background. Hold on 1 second, brother.
Sure.
Let me turn. You either turn your mic because you're low or something. See. Hello. Say something again.
Yeah. No. So we had him live, man.
Now, who was with? We talking free. No, who am I talking to, brother?
You talking to Cool Hand Cruz, brother?
Cool Hand Cruz. Where you from, good brother?
Man, we from Maryland right here, man. Straight up from the DMV, land of the go-go.
All right. I think I was watching it with the go-go music scene, but okay.
Yeah.
That's DC.
Yeah, the go-go thing. Man. But okay, your name is Cool Hand Cruz. Now do you do YouTube or do you have, what do you do?
What's it called? So I'm on YouTube every Thursday on the Insomniacs podcast on Nova Insomniacs channel. Y'all go check that out.
Ain't today Thursday?
Yeah, today we live next week. We took a break for the holidays and stuff. We getting ready for our next. We going first 2021 show is next week.
Oh, okay, brother. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man. But like, yo, trust me, you're gonna have a lot of fun with Hip Hop Gamer, man. He was actually the first. We only started the podcast like 4 months ago, and he was literally our first guest. Like in the first month when we did it, and it was crazy, man. Like it showed mad love, gave us some insider knowledge too, man. So he'll give it to you, bro. Like
what's the name of the show? What's the name of the show here? It's called the what?
It's called the Insomniacs
Dog
Podcast.
Shit. You got it, brother. You right. Shameless plug. But anyway, moving right along. Who are these niggas? Who are these niggas? Yo, fuck that. They came and cut a whole jig. Yeah, never wait that shit.
Bless you, Z. Bless you.
Cut a whole jig up. All right, get the bill. Pay the bills.
All right. We got Eternal E808 with the $5.
That's my brother. What's up, bro?
What's good, Z? Yo, the PS5 equals a GTX 1060. Lol, PC Master Race.
We're gonna talk about
Emperor Wraith with the $2.
That's my brother. Hey, Wraith.
Rafe. I don't want anything to do with his friend there. So we got not interested in no hip hop gamer, not interested in your friend. We got Step Tech with the $2. Insomniacs Podcast, that's it. Max City with the $2. Grocery Store B Wave Writing, and we have Master Sith with his own $2. Sounds like Parker's not non-disabled brother.
Oh man!
Oh,
stall him out! Stall him out! Stall him out! Yo, stall him out! Man, came up with a whole promo.
Who said that?
Came up with a whole promo.
Hey, them niggas are savages, bro.
And for those in the chat, the PS Direct just went up. If you want to open a tab or whatever.
Who went up? The Direct?
PlayStation Direct went up. If you're trying to get a PlayStation 5.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'll check that out.
Shit.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. All right, hold on. All right. Oh, we got another new guy. Oh man, Straight G. What's up, brother? Want to introduce yourself?
Oh, never mind. Just
What's going on, Z?
Yeah. Where you from, good brother?
Oh, I'm from Detroit.
Detroit.
We've been kicking it for a while. You know, I just finally, came out the shadows and come on here.
Oh, you've been on my
I'm always listening.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, you been hit me up. You said you want to come out there. So you had a mic and shit already, though, huh?
Yeah. I had a bunch of shit, but right now I'm on my phone.
Okay. You don't sound
like everybody else, bro.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't. I didn't know who the hell he was. Actually, I'm not looking at the discos. So I can't see action. But okay.
You sound like Eclipse though.
Yeah, we've been friends for years. Me, you, AP. Shit, I was actually there the first day when Post Up joined the shit and he was screaming.
Oh yeah, when I was streaming. Oh,
and I was sending them. Yeah,
to the days when we was on Mixer.
Remember we ran the Halo Master Chief Collection and shit when you first started streaming.
Oh yeah, we put that dog shit. So yeah, I forgot about that.
Trust me.
Praise God.
Oh, so he a fuck nigga alumni. Okay,
yeah, fucking alumni.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Top of the class.
Top of the class. One color, right? For sure, man. I hate some ringing, but we start the show.
Yeah, we have 2 new super chats. Got DJ Birdo Dose with the $2.
DJ Birdo, what's up, bro?
Z.
What's up?
Who are these grocery stores supposed to represent? The ponies, the bots, PC Master Race? Who are they representing?
Bro, I have the foggiest, man. But niggas hit me up every day, man. They begging for change, or they talking about they want to shoot their shot to come on the podcast. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see Paul. We'll see what they're working with. You know what I mean? Thumbs up or thumbs down. It might be YouTube gold here. We're gonna find out though. You know what I mean? Yo,
it's a bunch of new people in here.
Well, I got 2 new cats. Who that?
Warn you niggas, bro.
We have another super chat, Vaughn T. I wonder if that's Vaughn. Left SS9 Vegeta stinking on that Madden field, and the new guy, Cool Hand Cruz, next to be left stinking. Parker and XX Gaming ducking.
No, man.
Hey, we wonder if that's Vaughn, huh?
Yeah, we wonder if that's Vaughn.
All right.
We wonder if that's
I read
Vaughn
T and then I read the super chat. My bad.
Yes. Okay. What's that?
I remember a Straight G though. He was on the multiplayer a couple times, I think.
Yeah, a lot of times. We played Duty. Gears, everything. We been out there.
For sure. Straight like that. But as you guys come in again, you be so kind. I'm about to be seeing you guys in real time. And to hit the like button. I'm gonna try my best to turn up and turn out today, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still thinking I'm fighting that Rona though. That was so shitty as fuck yesterday. I took a test yesterday. My shit came back, man. Tuesday, my shit came back. You gotta take 3 of them motherfuckers if you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like shit right now. But we're gonna get through it. Okay, but like I said, you guys can hit the like button. We're going to today's show started today. So there well, like I said, again, tomorrow, early, for those who ain't got no jobs such as myself, right? Maybe your job is to watch me. Donations, right? I'm doing a one-on-one tomorrow, like I said, with Hip Hop Gamer at 2 p.m. Eastern for about an hour. Nephew said you're gonna join me, right?
Yep.
So all right, so I'm gonna be up in probably about 1-ish. I'm gonna get out of bed at about 4:30, 5 o'clock. But tomorrow I'm gonna get up early, get my coffee or tea, whatever the fuck I'm drinking on, set the room up, and we're gonna make it happen, man. All right. Okay, I better see you guys in real time right now.
And while you do that, we have SS9 Vegeta with the $2, and he says, "I want my revenge, Vaughn."
Oh, I see. He beat me. I got to get my revenge. We're gonna do a round robin. I'm gonna play you SS9, and then winners whatever. Cause that motherfucker beat me when I was eating. Stomp me the fuck out.
Oh yeah, look. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Every blind squirrel can find a nut, but I ain't no blind squirrel. I'ma get it. Let's go.
Ah, damn.
Hey,
he said he was squirrel in
I was like a mixture of old sayings. I was like 3 old sayings in one.
Yeah, that shit was
Hey, yo, P, was I right or what, P?
This nigga came and dropped his nuts on the table.
About what,
Fuck.
were talking about that stimulus shit. I told you I was gonna happen like that. I told you.
Parker, what are you talking about?
Parker, you was 100% wrong. Parker, you was 100% wrong.
I thought you were gonna bring up the squirrel milk.
Man, y'all don't shut that shit up, man. Get rid of this goddamn show. What the fuck? All right.
Hey, what the fuck is up with this whole dropping the nuts ass shit here? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah,
here we go.
All right, but anyway, we about to make it happen right now. Okay,
about to descend into madness.
We're gonna keep us some sanity here, man. All right, we scroll down what my revenge. I'll be back. We'll be live. You can see me live. I can see you guys. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. As you guys would be so kind to hit the like button for your boy, man. I appreciate it, man. Helps more than you know. Like you said, Insomniac Pod, my man Stick Tech. That's it. Okay. Fuck W wave riding. All right, my man Wack. All right, so boom. Anyway, so we could talk about the PS. So the PlayStation 5 released November. What was it? November 12th? If I'm not mistaken.
12.
PS5. Yeah, it released November 12th. It came out, if I'm not mistaken, in the States, North America, and Japan on November 12th. Now, actually, let me get the article. Let me share it on my screen here.
And I believe it was Europe, Asia, and no, not Asia, but Europe and somewhere else on the 19th or something. Wasn't it India, or does India not even have it?
No, it doesn't have it because someone bought the patent for PlayStation 5 or something stupid like their PS5. Yeah, someone bought the patent or whatever. Like
Sony need to drop that back.
Or not the patent, you know what I mean?
That is trash.
Yeah. Yeah, some asshole did that.
That's smart. That's smart as fuck.
Let
Sony
smart
open
as hell,
that
don't get
bag.
wrong. Yeah, it's smart as fuck because now Sony's gonna have to pay to play just to get into that bitch.
Y'all are late. Hold up. Sony's about to drop in India in a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, they have to figure that out. That's all in there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's some fuck shit though. But God, damn.
That's the game. What they bought the domain or something? The website or what?
Yeah, they bought the domain or some shit like that for PS5 or something like that.
They need. Hey, that's smart as fuck, but it's gonna be some consequences and ass kickers going on over there because Sony wants that market more than anything.
Well, I guess. I mean, India. They have a big presence.
Huge region. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of motherfuckers in India, if I'm not mistaken. But
he filed the trademark for the PS5.
It's over 1 billion.
Oh shit! Well, he just filed the trademark for the PS5.
Yeah, they have different. Their trademark laws are weird over there. That's why you get like fake pills and shit that come from India, and you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get oh shit!
Someone in Petite did it. Petite.
Right.
Oh shit! I can tell y'all about that shit. Hell, they got fake.
Teddy don't go about fake dick pills too much, Teddy.
But anyway,
I didn't say dick pills.
Oh,
whoa!
This the podcast.
No, buddy. I'm gonna all right, but anyway, getting right back to what I was saying. So, released in Japan released in Japan on the 12th, same day as North America. Let me. So okay, but anyway, they're saying that the PlayStation 5 is selling worse than any Sony home console in Japan's history. Bring the article up here. And which is kind of, I guess, the world's worst in Japan. Believe it or not, but Nintendo is more or less reigning supreme. But I said this in a few shows ago. We're talking, someone argued me now, and I said Japan is not the force or that it once was in gaming, as far as development and this, that, and the other. Motherfuckers went down to argue me, told me I ain't had the mental fortitude, you know what I mean? But even like I said, as far as the gaming, like, you know what I mean? They got nothing certain, but see, when you had games like, I'll give you an example. What's that? What's the shit that Square Enix makes? Not Final Fantasy, what was the other one?
Kingdom Hearts, maybe?
No. The other one online, the RPG.
Online?
No. Oh my God, Dragon's Quest and shit like that. And okay. Dragon. I say Dragon Quest, right? And the days of the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, right? If you look at those games, they're not graphically demanding, you know what I mean, or even like the Dynasty Warriors. So they got, like you said, in Japan, got used to putting out these. Won't say that they were low budget, but not going balls to the wall, and they selling spending a little and making a lot. You know what I mean? Then came the light. So EA, EA's been out for a while, but EA started, they bought up, but they had Medal of Honor first. Then they started buying up other stuff. You know what I mean? Then they bought BioWare, And we're just using them as an example, right? You know what I mean? And then you see like where you had Mass Effect at the time, the RPG scene. You know what I mean? That was with Japan. The games started to get bigger and better, graphically, more graphically impressive. Even some man named Kojima said, you know, when he saw the likes of Grand Theft Auto 3, he says him and his peers in Japan over in the East are going to have to step their game up. You know what I mean? And a lot of them kind of got left behind. Shout out to Capcom, who turned their shit around and they were able to, you know, reinvent themselves. Yeah, with the new engine and you know what I mean. But it's even comparing it where you look at a company like Namco, right, and how it's so different there in Japan. Even with a game like what was it, Tekken 7, believe it or not, that released first in arcade over here, maybe a year or so later, and it was straight arcade port from the arcade, you know what I mean, to the home consoles. You know what I mean, and you know, and even with Sega, Sam, they kind of went into like these whole weird bingo machines or with machines and slot machines they was doing over there. But even with the home console market, you know what I mean? You have Nintendo, what they're doing with the Switch, you know, hybrid handheld goddamn thing. And I don't think Nintendo's ever going to leave that space in because their handheld has always done well. You know what I mean? Where they're
handheld's a king over there, man.
But this with Nintendo,
everybody wanted the game.
They have yet to put out a handheld.
Their handheld's a king.
But I'm just period. Though, they have yet to release a handheld that flop. Their consoles can be either hit or miss. You know what I mean? But their handheld thing, you know, and what's smarter than them, they combined the other one because you had a side of the company that made only handheld games. Then you had the other side that made only console games. So they combined the two, and you know what I mean. They combined the two, and they only make Switch games. Or they got a Switch Pro coming out, but it's neither here or there. Boy, as far as like I said, how you say they used to say that the Xbox didn't sell well because it was too big for the small apartments. No, they just don't have any software that fits them. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's basically what it is at the end of the day. But even if you have a PS5 at home, you know it's an extremely huge console. But as of today, I know it's only been a month. They're saying that it's so less than anything that they ever released, compared even to the PlayStation 4.
It was around like what 250,000 units.
I don't know. I don't know the exact. I'm actually sharing my screen here, but whatever the case may, like it's only been on the console. We've been on a market maybe going on 2 months, and this is comparing sales between then and there. You know what I mean? It's only 2 months, but I'm trying to think of the launch game that they may have launched with when the PS4 came out. Actually, believe it or not, they may have a better launch now than they did with the PS4.
PS4 came out November 13th.
Yeah.
It was a Friday.
Yeah, I'm talking about the software that they had. They had NAC and they had Killzone, right?
Oh yeah. No. They're like launch titles.
I'm comparing, like I said, the software. They have a better software now. They got the goddamn.
But that Sony's first party studios don't really cater to that audience anymore. They cater more to an American European audience now in terms of studios. I think that's the main reason.
No, it definitely evolved.
I think that's the main reason why their presence in Japan isn't as large because their games don't cater to that audience.
Western culture dominates everything right now. Sales, market, all that. What I mean,
if anything, you can just look at their launch titles right there, and you can tell like, hey,
they're all Western
towards America and everything.
I know Western dominates, but I'm just saying in terms of having a presence in Japan, because they cater towards the Western.
Because they already got them. They already got their loyalty.
But they don't have the loyalty because people aren't buying it.
Well, the thing is, Japan has always shifted. Japan has shifted over the years. They're more focused on the mobile games, these kind of like novelty style games. You know, these kind of quick, grab your attention style games. And,
and Sony doesn't cater to that. So that's probably and
they don't. They have indie games that do, but it needs to be marketed a lot better if they want to push those.
Great point, guys. But we got 3 new super chats. I'm gonna get them real quick. So we got Vaughn with the $5. Hey, Squirrel Boy, on the panel, I got some nuts for you, and don't let that go over your head. SS9 Bugino, go to church and stack some wins and on Demon Time. All right.
When I
Max City with $2. Probably because it's Big B, the PS5. Untainted Gamer with the 3. What up, fam? Came by to support, and now we're caught up.
Okay. Well, Vaughn, for you, man. When I beat you, I'm gonna take it for me, and don't let that go over your head either.
Well, I got it. Well, you can see the screen here. If somebody's digging in the drawer, something, mute your mic. That shit sounds crazy. Somebody's like they digging through something. But I got the. Can you see the article here? You can see my screen. It says the PS5 is selling worse than any Sony home console in Japan's history. The Sony PS5 is currently the worst selling home console in recent Japan history after accusations of that the company has been neglecting the country. I guess least credence what you're saying. It has recently been revealed that Sony's PlayStation 5 is selling worse in Japan than any other home console in the country's recent history. This news comes after many Japanese fans and analysts publicly accused Sony of not taking the Japanese market seriously. PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan denied the validity of this. What? Okay, well, back to what I was saying. I'm just saying, even looking at what they have now, what they launched, what they have, was that Demon Souls? Sackboy,
Morales, Demon Souls, Sackboy.
Yeah, and compared that to the PS4 launch. I mean, they had Knack and goddamn Killzone. First person
but that don't matter unless the games resonate to that audience. Like
Knack and goddamn Killzone and Killzone.
That's what Knack was for.
They don't care about.
That's what Knack was for.
Well, for one, they're not a first-person shooter type demographic. So Killzone didn't matter to them.
Not really RPG based too.
Yeah, it didn't matter to them.
I would say with Sony, if they wanted to be tactful and like from a marketing standpoint, there are a lot of indie games that kind of cater to the market of what Japan is used to right now, and I would just say try and push those style games. You know what I mean? Like they have many.
I don't know if Sony has the financial avenues to do a lot of stuff.
I would say as well, the size of the console and the size of the controller probably kind of shook them a little bit as well, because they don't like big controllers. No, I'm just saying they do not like big controllers. Like they railed against the goddamn Xbox controller, and it really wasn't that big compared to the damn PlayStation 5 controller. I got big hands, and that goddamn PlayStation 5 controller is big to me.
That new one damn near look like that fucking boomerang they had for PlayStation 3.
Big. And they're probably not enjoying that because it's so big. Yeah, I can imagine that's
I'm about to say majority of them got little ass hands any fucking way. So yeah.
We're gonna get racist now.
No, I'm not getting racist. I'm just saying it's legit. Like they got little hands. They do.
You got that. Yeah, we got it.
That's one of the reasons.
Being racist
there's a plausible explanation for all this, and like Z said earlier,
biggest reason is because Japan is going mobile, man.
But that's one of the reasons why they shrank the size of the Xbox controller. Is because
Japanese.
That's nothing to do with Japan.
Japanese people are not.
They still.
One at a time. What happened now?
You gotta look at Japan as a whole. Right, if you look at Japan as a whole, right now the population is kind of weird, right? So you have the old outnumbering the young right now because reproduction isn't even a thing because everyone's focused on these fast, give it to me now mobile style games. If you look at Japan,
that's what they prefer
I've
to play.
I've been to Japan.
Well, that's because they don't stay at home. They're very outside.
They're very outside people. Yeah, exactly.
And they actually walk a lot. To be honest.
But not only that, the virtual world in Japan,
and they riding on trains and waiting for buses all the time.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's New York.
They're constantly on their feet.
That's why I just said they've been going mobile for the longest.
No, but regardless of the mobile factor, like if Sony was to drop games like they used to in terms of like a bunch of JRPG, and I know they do, but I'm talking about like from their first party studio.
Nah,
they would still pick up a lot more traffic, but the games
I don't know, but those games will fly. Like
the Japanese.
I don't think.
No, the games they're dropping now are flopping. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying, that's not the case, man. These motherfuckers still playing on PSP, bro. I just think they just on the go now, like heavily more than anything else.
They love mobile gaming.
Even if you were to put out games,
culture difference.
Even if you put out games that they like, I'm telling you, they still got PSPs over there. That tells you a lot.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, do you think a first party studio is gonna drop money on a mobile game?
They're not. No, they're not.
If they want to cater to that market,
exactly.
If they want to cater to
that market, that's the whole debate that we're having is that Sony is not focusing on the Japanese market anymore. That's the whole point.
That's kind of old news because they've been doing that since before PS4.
All right, hold on. What you want to say, Nev?
Yeah, I was about to say you could also make the argument that because Japan's not what it once was, they're just not even selling them as many PS5s. Like, there's not like there's PS5s all around the shelves or anything.
Right.
But because Nintendo's still selling
that many.
well, though.
Well, that's. I mean, shit. Nintendo also just opened up a whole theme park dedicated to Japan. You know what I mean? Like it's
they were selling well long before that theme park. Like,
but Nintendo's been smart because the DS, the Game Boy, all these mobile style.
You can't give Nintendo credit for being smart. Nintendo is a Japanese company, so they understand what their market wants.
Okay,
Nintendo. That's a no-brainer.
Nintendo is traditional. But we all know Nintendo's traditional, right? Nintendo doesn't give a shit. They'll give you what they want, and you're gonna have to buy it regardless if you want that product.
Good point.
You get what I mean?
Right, but for them to choose,
Japan doesn't care about that. Japan is dollar.
Right. What I'm saying is that for them to choose
culture mentality, even
but for them to choose a mobile hybrid system.
One at a time.
One at a time. Let cool go.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that for Nintendo to choose a mobile hybrid, right? They already understand their market well enough to know that this was going to do well. They knew it. They already knew that because prior to that, about a year before we seen the Switch, they were filing patents for a mobile type gaming system. So the thing is,
can we be honest? What Nintendo console didn't do well in Japan? And I'm not even talking about anything mobile.
The Wii U.
The Wii U. The Wii U.
Wii U bomb. That shit bomb.
All right. So, but all their other consoles did well in Japan, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying the Wii U was literally here. They were here for a whisper, bro. Like that shit came and went like the wind. Like the Switch came out.
I understand that, but that's not what. Go ahead.
No.
The point is that all their consoles in Japan sell
they didn't. The Wii U bombed out, and the GameCube didn't do well either.
The GameCube.
But that's two out of what I mean. That's two out of a lot of consoles.
I thought the GameCube would have did wildfire.
That's a low percentage.
No, here's the
thing. Better in the West.
Nintendo does well with their handheld consoles in Japan. Flat out.
Okay, here's the thing. Flat out. Like you say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? We got to be realistic here, right? I'm not saying that their handhelds do well. Period. They have never missed with a handheld. You know what I mean?
Never.
So it's not just like them focusing.
That's
on
globally,
Japan.
though, right?
Yeah, and again,
that's globally, but Japan, the numbers are always more heavy on the Japan.
But even let's be realistic. I said this before, and people didn't understand what I was saying. Japan is not a big country, right? They're not gonna sell 50 million units, right? But what's good for you understand what I'm saying? So them being successful in Japan. It's not enough to keep them afloat, right? You know what I mean?
I disagree.
No. Look how small the country is. Look at their
But don't they got like 125 million people? They got like half of the population in Japan. They got like 125 million people.
I will Google that right now.
We know you will.
Let me know.
Their population is dropping. Yeah, their population is dropping over
there. Exactly.
Here's the thing.
You have to understand. I just said this.
I think
their population is.
I think you got it.
Outnumbering the oldest.
I know I'm right.
One at a time. Wait, hold on. One at a time. We can sing together. We can't talk together. You niggas sound like dog shit here. What Stout got something, but what I'm saying is this, right? All right, we got to go one at a time here. At the end of the day, right? You have said the numbers, right? And traditionally, things have always sold more in the West, right? Even if you look at their characters, whether it's been Metal Gear, you don't have any Japanese. They're all white people. Or Mario, a goddamn Italian goddamn plumber. Everything has always been to over here. You know what I mean? To appeal to over here. Because you did before, you had games that This is traditionally how it used to be. Games would come in Japan first, and then they would release.
That's why I disagree. Like they weren't really made for over here.
No, they came out there first.
Goku is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white boy.
What you're saying is the characters that they use within the game. What I'm saying is the gameplay and how those games were made. They traditionally were Japanese games, and we actually played Japanese games from like Nintendo up to PlayStation 2 mainly. You know what I mean? Like, so the everything shifted kind of the 360 PS3 generation, where the Western audience.
The issue getting them over here was localization. That was a pre-issue.
But that's when the Western audience kind of took hold of the gaming community.
They had to westernize games.
They had to get voice. They had to put it in English. They had to get motherfuckers to do the whole
Well, of course,
make it in English.
localization.
And how you say gaming is much bigger now than it was back then. Necessarily, but what I was saying, and what's going to be, I'm not talking about their how you say their birth rate. I ain't even get to know that, but they have always, how you say, more or less, even with their characters, right? You know what I mean? But even you look at the numbers that they're putting out. You know, if look at you see Japan, see this what something wrong with Japan, right? Look at their weekly goddamn numbers compared to here in the States, 30,000. I mean, shit like it's abysmal. You know what I mean? It's not just so much them catering.
One thing, though, Z, I don't mean to interrupt you, but just one thing to keep in mind over there. Over there, you also have a large market for generic products. So someone may not buy a PlayStation 4, but they might buy like a fucking Soldier Boy box that plays a certain kind of games. They really do. Like that market actually does pretty well.
Yeah, I know
Hyperspin,
Hyperspin arcades and like
that's another reason why certain technology may not sell as much there because they have a lot of generic versions, cheaper versions.
But I think that goes back to Z's original point, though, is that because I mean we're getting away from what his point is, and his point is that they typically do well, but they're not doing well now. Okay, now we all have these summations of why we think they're not doing well, and I don't know if that's what.
I don't think that's Z's point. Like, that's his question, but his point is kind of saying they always sold bad.
But that's
over there.
No.
They haven't always.
I didn't say, but I mean, I'm not saying they sold
in
bad.
comparison to the.
Oh
West,
well, yeah, they can't match here in the States, no, or Europe,
we got 360 million.
Right,
people.
but I'm just giving reasons as to why historically.
But they sold better in Japan, though, right? We all agree on that, right?
What sells better in Japan?
Yeah, but that goes back to
what I'm saying that PlayStations typically and historically has sold better in Japan, correct?
Well, they're saying
that's not true. Not comparing to the United States, I'm saying compare it to themselves.
Yeah, no, okay. This is what the article is saying. Their sales are down. This is their lowest.
Okay.
This is what they're saying. It's only been 2 goddamn months, but they're saying article. This is their lowest thus far. So what I said was, you know what I mean. And I said they had which is a little shocking to me because they had a better launch. We have a better launch now than compared to the PS4. The PS4 launched with fucking Knack and goddamn
but that might be subjective, see.
Killzone and Knack. They got Spider-Man, they got Bloodborne, okay, you know what I mean? Spider-Man, Bloodborne, you know, and
Demon Souls.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, not Bloodborne. You know what's Astrobot, yeah, that's real Japanese right there. Sackboy. You know,
Astrobot is in their wheelhouse. That's why I don't think we mentioned the games that really plays.
Destruction All Stars. That was the other one.
That ain't out yet. That ain't out.
You're talking about Godfall. You meant to say Godfall.
Godfall. I mean Godfall.
Right, which that's totally not a Japanese type of
Those
game.
are games that they're not interested in. That's what I'm saying. Like, Japanese people are losing interest because simply from what they said, which is kind of what we all originally said was
they want the JRPG.
Sony doesn't cater to the kind of games, and they're responding.
They want their Tekken and their Final Fantasies. You know.
Yeah, they're responding.
I can't blame them.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, also, if I was over there and I could buy a $200 box that played King of the Fighters and Animal Crossing, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Right, I'm buying that box.
Exactly.
I'm gonna buy that.
Right.
Exactly. And plus,
if I can find it in a mobile, I'm buying that.
Yeah,
that's why.
What if the motherfuckers can't afford that shit right now? Like,
but listen, let's
it's like 500 yen or what the fuck is it over there?
Yeah, okay. Well, that's the point. They got a $400 joint. We are in the midst of COVID.
And then buying.
If anything, it'd be 50,000 yen. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, like damn, like.
But they buy.
You do know the Japanese yen compared to. Well, never mind.
We gotta get the bills here. Hold up.
Two new bills. Hold on, 2 new bills. We got Restored Hades with the $10. Why do you think Nintendo got exclusives like Monster Hunter games? It's because they know their market. Sony has been catering to the West. That's why they moved their base of operations to the West.
Exactly.
We also got
that's the biggest market.
Yep, we got Gotti 360 with the $5. He says, "What's up, Z? What up, Neth? And what's up, Panel?"
What's up, my bro? How you been, bro? That's my bro, man. Hey, Gotti, it's 2020, nigga. We working this year, what, bro? Come on, something.
I do believe
2021. Side note. They try to get rid of Gotti. They try to get rid of Gotti on Twitter.
Oh, they did? On the hashtag?
Yeah.
What Gotti did now?
I don't know, but they tried getting rid of him.
He roasted somebody. He roasted the wrong nigga.
All right, but don't worry about it. But anyway, so you know, man, I'm gonna say this here. I think I didn't think about COVID. Shout out to my bro, straight G. I didn't think about the COVID thing. But far as that, you know what I mean. You are right. Sony has their brand, you know what I mean, more of a Western, you know, and which is it pays off for them because, you know, even though the Switch is, you know, now because it's cheap and it's the handheld, you know what I mean, but, you know, Sony more or less is the top dog right now when it comes to gaming. Nintendo's number 2 and and Microsoft is number 3, you know what I mean?
And another thing, Z, they be having a lot of floods or hurricanes and shit over there too. Like and that shit, they be having a lot of shit.
I believe they call them typhoons or something like that.
Yeah, typhoons. I mean, but it got to be a lot of like, you know, priorities like fucking PlayStation right now. Like, you know, like niggas are
bro. When a hurricane hits the city here, did that slow down console sales? Like,
no, we got like better shit. The motherfuckers over there stacked on top of each other. It's all
that's a very exception.
Now you want to know what it is for real? It's the goddamn PlayStation as big as they fucking couch.
And
they ain't got no room in the little ass cube ass house.
Now, I do see that.
Like you said, they a small country. They an island.
Yeah.
So
But,
it's
listen,
a lot of fucking shit.
Listen,
it's 100 and...
Listen, fuck all that. If you're a gamer, that bitch and that bitch can be the size of a Volkswagen.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like we had COVID out here. Niggas was posted.
But their apartment is a closet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yo,
that don't
but the
matter.
bedroom. But y'all gotta think about it though.
They're relative.
Their bedroom is their closet. The closet is the kitchen. The kitchen is the shower.
All that is relative though. They're used to that.
Right. That's relative to how they live, bro. They ain't got no room for no fucking big ass console.
They showers look like jump
So I'm not gonna play.
shower together.
I don't know. Give me. They're not gonna play the last whatever the hell because the console's big.
Hey, Z,
They're just not interested in The Last of Us, brother. Not.
I think we're overthinking this.
Yeah.
Wait.
Because Final Fantasy about to come out this year. Would you say that?
Wait. I think we're overthinking this. So check it out. In Japan, is the PlayStation 5 findable in store?
I don't know if they have the same issues that we have in here.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know if they would write an article if they were selling out. You know, if all their allocations were sold out, I don't think
if they were selling out, then they're not having problems selling it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look from a historical standpoint, right? There has been a steady decline since the PS3 going on down, right? PS2 did very well. But come PS3, PS4, and now PS5, the numbers have just been dropping and dropping and dropping.
Now, honestly, you're right, but what has changed within that time?
Exactly.
And if you think about it, it's the type of game Sony makes.
What's changed is
it's the kind of game Sony makes.
Yeah, not even just the kind of games. It's
they
also
become the shooter box.
No, it's not even just the kind of games, man. It's also the kind of business acumen that they're having. They have more of a Western style business approach now,
and that's the games.
What do you mean? But the business approach would lead to the products you're putting out. Like the reason why they have a Western style approach is because they're trying to cater to a Western audience.
Exactly.
And they
because they're doing third-party deals for what? What are they doing third-party deals for now? Call of Duties, shit like that. And they weren't that type of company before.
Hold up. Get the bill real quick. Hold up 1 second.
All right, we got about 3 new bills. So restore Hades with the $5. He says, I think the reason their sales are dropping and they're losing support is because they moved Sony's base of operations to America. We got Max City with their own $5. A Japanese company that doesn't make games for Japan no more. What do you do for $1? Magnificent Blake with the $5. And he says, show me a picture of a PS5 and on a Japanese store shelf. I'll wait. Today's word is allocation. And like I said prior, Japan's not the region it once was. They're not even sending that many PS5s there to begin with. That's part of the reason.
They wouldn't, if it was down to allocation, there wouldn't even be an article.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know. Like it's only been 2 months.
It would be redundant. It would be
I don't know. I think the article.
I don't think you can go to the store and buy one though.
I think the article kind of.
You can't go to a store and buy one here, but they're selling millions by the millions here. Like,
the article stands because imagine if it was, for instance, Microsoft had the let's say it was Microsoft, right? Microsoft, the worst Xbox, the worst selling it's ever been in the United States, but it's sold like gangbusters in Japan, right? The hypothetical. Because Microsoft is an American-based company, I feel like the news stands because, hey, it's Japan, it's a Japanese company historically, and it's obviously like, oh, this is just kind of like, it's fire for the fodder. It's food for the fodder.
No. The reason why it's significant is because they're seeing a drop-off.
Well, yeah, but we've been seeing the drop off for years. This really isn't news. You get what I'm saying?
I understand we've been seeing the drop off, but in anything that's gradual, you know, it's going to keep going to a certain direction. So we're just here now, even though it's a drop off. Right now, it's a significant enough drop off, especially from the PS4 sales because they weren't this low. To where they're making note of it, to where it's like, you know what? Hey.
But we're also in only the second month.
Second month.
Yeah, second month.
I would say it go 2 years in if it's the same way
in that time.
Yeah, it's too early to tell. Like I said, for this kind of news to be like come back to me in 2 to 3 years, and it'll be like,
I can say that emotion. 2 to 3 years. If it's the same way, then
exactly
it is what it is.
So for me, this is filler. Like this shit is filler right now because
I disagree. I disagree.
To make light of it though.
I'm not trying to make light of it, but it's like
no, not you. I'm saying the story is significant enough for them to. I mean, it's like a prairie dog, right? A prairie dog won't put his head out his hole unless it feels a rumble in the earth, right? So something made that motherfucking article be written. You feel what I'm saying? Something made them pop their head up
and it's a
say,
considerable drop off. That's like, hey, wait a minute. Right. And granted, I agree with the wait 2 years to give an overall approach to see how the market really stands. But I don't think that disqualifies you saying, well, at 2 months this time, this is what the previous consoles did, and in 2 months this time.
Please, check out, please. I want to interject this real quick.
Oh yeah, we shoot, stop. Yeah.
I want to know the total numbers of PS5s built. And then I don't fuck at allocation. If they're not on the stores and on the shelves, you're able to buy it. If the total amount of PS5s built had to be stretched among these things, production matters, guys. If you can't buy it nowhere, you know. So I hear you guys say it. I really do, but I need more time, like Z.
So why isn't there an article
Stout,
about
can I
America
ask you
like
something,
that?
Stout? Yeah, can I?
Honestly, I think it's just because they're shocked.
For crazy reasons, brother.
Yeah.
I just can't go on. The validity of this is too soon. Piece is 2 months, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's just shocking that a Japanese company is not big in Japan.
But this has been a trend that's been going on since the PS3. Though.
I hate with the trend. I saw it in Nintendo numbers, but give me more time for this article.
But we also know they made more units to push out to the West and to the UK. Like we knew that was the thing too. So we don't really know how many units they made for Japan specifically. And like you said, Stout man, that counts. That counts.
Yeah, that's
like those things matter.
So this was a clickbait article, basically.
Basically, that's what I'm saying.
It's not clickbait. It's still
not,
data,
you know
but
what?
we know
No,
the real
none of it is opinion based, so it's not really clickbait or filler. It's statistical based. It's not really.
But it's statistical based to the point of certain limitations. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
no, but those limitations are like.
Oh, I got you, bro.
How about this? Let me read the 2 new bills, and I'm gonna say something real quick. So, Minimal Panic with the $2. Japan is just a mobile market. I'll connect to what I'm about to say. Nova with $2. Shout out to Nova. It's on the X podcast that Cool came from. Rest in peace, motherfucking Doom. I'm gonna be blunt here. Did Sony release the PS5 in Japan day 1?
Yeah.
No.
I think they literally did that out of tradition and honor. Like I don't think they even want to release it. I'm gonna be real about it.
Pretty much just to tell them, hey, we didn't forget where we came from. That's it.
All those units are going to America. Let's be real.
We appreciate everything that you did for you. Therefore, you get first dibs on the console, just like the Americas.
Can I ask y'all a question though? If it was down to allocation, you don't think the article makers would note that before making this article? Like,
yo, we still on the article.
He's just looking at data. How does he know how many productions? Like,
exactly. Exactly. There's too many underlying factors.
How do we know?
You're giving too much credit to the writer.
Oh, they even launched after North America. Damn. See, that shows you.
Okay, you know,
like if I know this, for instance, if I know there's 12 people that live in your house and there's only 2 people that live in my house and I have 3 pounds of steak, I'm gonna send 2 pounds to the one with 12 people, and I maybe keep a small pound for me. You get what I mean?
The issue is you don't know the pounds of steak. You're just assuming that you're assuming it's allocation without nothing.
How much is a gram of steak?
That's why we can't get literally to the article. You get what I'm saying? There's too many underlying factors here to we're going in a fucking circle at this point.
Right, but the underlying factors go either way. Like
no, it doesn't.
There could have been very well enough
I can make more money here over there. You know what I mean? If I can make more money in the U.S.,
they're not comparing.
I'm gonna make more.
But you don't know if they're
comparing it to the historical nature.
Okay, but where's this article from?
Yeah, I'm just about to say that. Who wrote this fucking article?
It's like Eurogamer. What is this?
Yeah, was it
again? It's not opinionated article. It's strictly statistical based. So regardless of its origin,
it's statistical, but it's statistical with the limitations of what's going on right now. Production is a factor.
Those limitations
even
are
Xbox,
with everything.
Even Xbox
Those limitations are with everything. They haven't seen a fall off in Nintendo products.
Can I say this though?
Even
though Sony has shown you, I think, since the PS4 that they've been catering more to the Western. Like they've been going in that direction. I just think because they're doing that, they're just going to release more consoles for the Western market than they would in Japanese. Because if your goal is to get into the Western market to heavily dominate, yeah, you're gonna probably feel like, yo, we are Japanese. They're gonna cater to us because they don't give a fuck about Xbox. It's either us or Nintendo, right? But
companies normally don't do that though. They have
they do. They go where the money. They will go where the money's at.
But Pez, let me.
Hold on. I think P's made a good point, and I think y'all kind of like glazed over it. Nintendo is not having this issue in Japan.
But how long has the Nintendo Switch been out?
Since 2017.
But you can look at the Nintendo Switch sales for the first 2 months.
I'm not talking about total sales.
You can look for the first.
I'm not talking about total sales. I'm talking about since this year. They're not suffering. So what's the deal?
They have
how many units do you think they've had on the back end for years? Like,
what? Hold on. The Switch sold well within its first 2 months in Japan.
Think about the hardware that goes into making the Nintendo Switch. Think about the hardware going into making the Nintendo Switch.
Dude, that doesn't.
No. Cool Hand had the point, and this is why he has a point, bro. First off, the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, right, Pizzo, or Grid.
Go ahead,
The Series X, PS5. They suffered through COVID productions. There was less of them to begin with than they even planned. The Switch didn't go through any of that. And the Switch was built for the Japanese market.
Switch not go through
being
COVID
mobile
Japanese the Switch was producing consoles during COVID.
Look at the hardware.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about
right now. Okay, even right now, like the numbers they just released in Japan for the Switch are decent, and they had the same production issues going through COVID.
But they've been making them for years. You know how many on the back end they just have?
They don't stop making them. You realize
think,
that, right?
Hold on.
The Switch is still running on a Tegra X1 chip. Like,
do y'all
think? What are you talking about?
What is that? Manufacturing is manufacturing.
They're all made in Foxconn.
Manufacturing, bro.
They not made in Japan.
They all made at Foxconn. All of them.
Yes.
Regardless of what console it is.
The same production
So they all suffered the same shit that COVID had, bro.
No, you have to think about the same amount of Look, the hardware does matter. What I can produce for one, I won't be able to produce for another. If one has been produced, one has been multi-mass produced for 3 plus years at this point. 3+ years.
Okay.
The only difference they came out with this year was an Animal Crossing version of the Nintendo Switch.
One thing you're not understanding about Fortnite, I think you guys think they just literally.
I disagree because around the holiday seasons, nobody could find a Switch.
Exactly.
Nobody could find one.
Congratulations. That's why you couldn't find a Switch. So, anyway,
exactly.
One thing you have to realize about production,
that doesn't mean nothing. You haven't for 3+ years. You haven't been able to find a Switch,
bro.
Like it's been like that since it came out.
Well, then you're destroying your own point. But anyway,
no, I'm not. How it just
you just said they had a gang on the back end when we couldn't be able to buy them for 3 years.
Now you're saying nobody could find them.
Yeah, like anyway.
But that's been a thing, right? If we know,
the Switch
nobody can buy a PS5,
it's a popular product.
Anyway.
You don't think
production usually how production goes?
You don't think the sales number isn't piled on over all that? You don't think so?
Anyway, if you don't, I don't even know what the sales number got to do with the subject.
What are you talking about? That's the whole fucking argument.
All right. Check it out.
We got bills. Neff, we got bills.
Yeah, well, I was trying to wait for Z to get back. But,
let's move on to the next topic.
All right, so we got Tommy Bull with $2. The PS4 and its lifespan in Japan sold about 9.2 million. Mental Panic with the $2. Nintendo, not because it's a mobile market in Japan. Max City with the $5. Z, where is Post Up and J-Dub? These grocery stores ain't capping and enough. We need that GitHub 13 T-flop. Sony is God. Sign the contract, Z. The Cap and Room grocery store activity.
Somebody need to act up. Who gonna act up? Greg?
Hey.
I'm just saying, look, they released the Xbox, right?
All you gotta do is ask, nigga. I light this motherfucker on fire.
I will say this though, how production goes, even allocation. So they have certain market where they'll say, "All right, we're going to spend $8 million producing consoles here, and we respect to get a return of 16 million." So and then we'll say, in America, we expect to send 30 million consoles, and we expect to get a return of 60 million. So they don't say like we have 200 million consoles, but send more to America, because that's not how these companies. That's kind of what y'all saying. Like, you know what? If we have more consoles,
bro,
if there's like, America.
If they can make 10 million PS5s by the time it's going to launch, right? You really think they're going to send 5 million to Japan?
If they believe that
like a million,
if they believe that 5 million is going to sell, yes, that's how it works.
But Pizzo, we agree Japan's a drop off. They don't even really want to launch there. They just have to.
Exactly. I know.
If they could choose, they'd rather just go all to America.
If Ryan had it his way, Japan would have been launching on 19th. They just did that. Like I said, it's just like what Ness said. They did that shit because they wanted to at least let the Japanese people know, like, hey, we didn't forget our roots. Yeah, we love y'all. Here is our goddamn thing.
And I think that's where
we all acknowledge
the
the drop off.
Too.
What we're talking about is the reason for the drop off. And
no,
like
we
say,
agree with the reason. But I'm saying, like, let's say if they sent more consoles, it would have sold more because they're still trying to buy them, regardless.
But that's my thing. If it would have sold more, they would have sent them.
You can only make so many to begin with.
That's why I think
again, if you have 10 million, you don't tell yourself. I'm going to send 8 here and 2 here because it's going to sell.
Because the American consumer, Canadian consumer, they're different from a Japanese consumer with the way they're going to spend their money, with the way they're going to apply to PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now.
Whatever those stipulations may be, if you feel
those are stipulations. That's the truth.
Yeah, capitalism is a thing.
Whatever those things may be, if they felt they could make the bread there, they would have sent them.
That's why I sent them to America.
That's my whole point of view. Of y'all saying that, you know what? They probably just didn't send enough consoles.
You get caught in that. You get caught in the vortex, Neth.
Yeah,
you How about this?
Just to clear the space, we agree Japan's a big drop off.
Right,
overall, PlayStation's been on downward spiral, right?
Yeah, let's just
totally agree. We all agree on that, right? They sold how much? 200,000 units. We'll say that, something like that.
Well, yeah,
all right. I'm just saying, if they sent like 1 million out there, they would have sold close to that. But they didn't because.
So you think they sold 200,000? You think they sold 200,000?
Yeah, because they didn't send that many to begin with.
All right,
gotcha.
All right.
Konnichiwa.
All right, hold on.
They would have sold more if they sold more. If they sent more.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, all of this is
Japan. You know, it's all just money to the company, right?
So let's just move on.
All right, hold up. We pay the bills.
Oh yeah, I did pay the bills. I can repay them if you want.
Yeah, repay them. That's lame.
All right, so actually we got a new one anyway. So Mental Panic with $2. Nintendo, not because it's a mobile market in Japan. We got Max City with the 5. Z is Post Up and J-Dub. Oh, sorry. Where's Post Up and J-Dub? These grocery stores ain't capping enough. We need that GitHub 13 T-flop. Sony is God. Sign the contract, Z. The capping grocery store type activity. We also need Verge Bristle with the $5.
Verge, what's up, bro?
why do you cap for Sony not selling in Japan, but not Xbox selling less because they chose to go everywhere? Other than Grid, the Xbox dudes capped for Sony.
Big facts.
Wait, hold up. Wait, let me first. Hey, Jay. No, sorry, Matt. Jay got some shit going on with the fam. He might be MIA for a minute. I ain't heard from Post. You know what I mean?
I talked to Post yesterday, bro.
Yeah, I don't be working.
He was on late last night.
By the way, the PS5 numbers is 118,000 in Japan so far.
All right, now go back to words. What word said? What the fuck nigga say?
And they only sent 100. They sent that 118.
All right.
Basically.
Okay, I'm sorry. What word say? What's up? What word say? What word say? Read words again.
Vert said, all right. Why do you cap for Sony not selling in Japan, but not Xbox selling less because they chose to go everywhere? Other than Grid, the Xbox dudes capped for Sony.
No, I don't think about cap. I just think keeping it
I
a
don't
buck.
cap for Sony.
I just think it's keeping it a buck. Like, I mean, shit. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You do what you do for a show, but I don't think it's a
nigga.
No.
People reverse caps.
No. I just don't think there's a reason to paniate. Now, like I said, traditionally, we're going to go to the next topic. I say that each of their home consoles, I guess, have been selling less. You know what I mean? The PlayStation 2 was a phenom. You know what I mean? That it did what it did, and also too was the first DVD player. You know what I mean? For us home. You know what I mean?
That was big.
And then you had the PS3, the PS4. Now, even though the PS4 went on, I believe, and still selling, to be Sony's most successful console to date. But I just think overall, the home console market in Japan is not as big as once. I just think the whole market itself is shifting more to the mobile thing. You know what I mean? And again, and Sony being the business school, it should shift their business. Hey, listen, this is what we do. We try to handle the handheld thing. We got our ass kicked by Nintendo. And one of the reasons that is, by the way, the hardware was kind of costly with the memory card. And I do prefer Sony handhelds over any Nintendo handheld. And software-wise, and it came down to the software. Nintendo did a better job at, having games, with software and third-party support. Wasn't so much like that on the Vita and the Vita and the PSP.
PSP, yeah.
You know what I mean? I actually still got both of them. You know what I mean? But it is what it is at the end of the day. But moving right along.
I think let's just say real quick, Dozy, real quick.
Yeah.
I think one factor why Nintendo is doing well with this with this handheld specifically is because the games they're full on games, but you can play them in bite-sized sessions. You see what I'm saying? Like you can be waiting for the bus, launch Mario 3, the Mario game, play a little bit, hit the rest button, put it back in your pocket, right? Okay. You can get to work, whatever, at lunchtime, you can pull it out, play the same, continue what you're doing, hit the sleep button, put it in your pocket. So I think that the ability to be able to absorb your media, your gaming media, the way that Nintendo is allowing you to do so is also pushing forward the idea of this country that of people that like to be mobile. They like to be gone. They're on the street all the time. They're waiting on the bus. They catching the train. They're out riding their bikes. They see their bikes.
I can dig it. You know what I mean? But also too, like real talk, right? Forget the characters. I mean, like I said, Japan. But I want to say this handheld. I mean, because again, all of Nintendo handhelds have done well. There's not been one that ever flopped. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Whether here, globally, we just talking about. I guess it's bigger than that. It's globally. You know what I mean? Nintendo, kudos to them. They do what they do. That same. Not for me. I'm not knocking those that like it, but I give rats ass about Nintendo and they dog shit the games. You know what I mean? Right. I understand they got a bunch of iconic characters, but I'm saying I've grown up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with me. Me personally, I'm not into handhelds. Even when I had a Vita, we're still having Switch, I played them bitches in the house. I'm outside, I got my head on a swivel. Don't let that go over your head, and I drive. So again, if I'm playing the handheld, it would be in here.
Nigga right here, bro.
No, I mean real. Yeah, I mean, I'm just being real.
I feel what you're saying.
Hey, bro, gaming ain't that serious. I ain't gonna pull up motherfucking goddamn my handheld in my pocket.
You see what happened to that one nigga got knocked out in the park when he was playing that Pokemon shit. But he thought it was cool.
Oh, she don't even know about that. But I'm just saying, I can't see me. I'm out there shopping. I'm in the mall buying some stuff. You're
not the demographic that they after.
You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? But again, but they do Nintendo into their, they do what they do best. They could bind everything together.
I would just offer my little diagnosis for why I think that Well, obviously, Xbox has never been their type of console. Never been. We never produced the games that they play.
No, and they never will.
With PlayStation was doing a lot of JRPGs, but they've gotten away from that. So they're not producing the type of software.
Here's the thing.
And Nintendo is doing exactly what they want. They're giving them the type of
software.
Let me
add one to that.
And they're making it mobile.
It's not that Sony wasn't. Third party were making those games, whether it was the Square Enix,
third party, right?
Or
third party,
the Take Mobile, the EDO, whatever the hell they had a lot of. They were making those games. Sony has always done what they've done. You had a lot of those guys making those games, but guess what? Those games only really do well there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, over here in the West, we want to and you see what's the Square Enix? You see they changed, you know, the Final Fantasy. The thing for it to go on
I was gonna say that too.
You know what I mean? So you have to.
That.
You know what I mean? So they have to.
Yo, PC gaming has grown
the shooters
in Japan as well.
And the sports games. We love that shit. So.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like I said, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some see how they demonstrate both. Sometimes I do. But moving right along. Speaking of Japan, where's it at? Okay. So anyway, Microsoft getting into gaming. They, you know, again, their thing, how you say, and that's why I was a little excited when I heard about Google or maybe even Amazon getting into gaming, because when Microsoft got into gaming, you know what they did? They bought a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? And you know, like I said, it was never like there wasn't a question before the Xbox had games. You know what I mean? That didn't come up to like the end of 2016 about as far as the games and where they stand at. Remember, they say they big bank take little bank, right? But so getting into gaming, Microsoft was looking at acquiring Sega. You know what I mean? If you remember, if you guys, you may be a little older than you, if you had the original Xbox, it was a take back. If you had a Dreamcast, Microsoft did the OS and all that shit on the Dreamcast. But if you look at the
Windows CE,
if you look at the Duke controller, it was nothing but a rip off of the Sega Saturn controller. You know what I mean? I'm not Sega Saturn, the Dreamcast controller. Sega worked hand in hand and telling me what they said with Microsoft and with the original Xbox. You know what I mean? And they were going to acquire Sega, looking, you know what I mean, whatever they didn't like, whatever they seen they didn't like, but they also was looking to buy Nintendo. You know what I mean? So make so that even when they bought Rare, Microsoft was crazy. But that came up a few years ago too, within 7th generation, looking to buy them and Activision from the parent company is Blizzard. But anyway, make a long story short, getting into it, when they bought Rare, they thought they actually owned the 007, Donkey Kong and all that shit. They didn't know, you know what I mean? Those were Nintendo IPs. But they went to Nintendo first, you know what I mean? And tried to buy them. They said that Nintendo laughed at them. Let me bring the article up on my screen here. Wait, hold on, who the fuck background is that? Somebody back there? Reach your mic, like they back there fighting crime. Running from the police or something. Let me just on my screen here. They said that they laughed at them.
It's cool and the P. I think they just moving around. The P should have scratched the head.
Me, I'm just standing here.
Oh man, hold on. Let me get the window capture.
It's just your bed probably scratching your headset, man. That's all.
Oh, true. My bad.
She got that Kevin Durant shit going on his face. PC shit on his face. Boom. Look it up here. But anyway, it says here, Microsoft previously tried to buy Nintendo. Imagine that an hour of somebody laughing at you. They said Nintendo basically just laughed at them. Get the fuck out of here. They don't really get you with titties. Microsoft has made some epic power moves over the past 2 years when acquiring new studios for a revamped focus of going into this new generation. Let me pause that right there. For you guys who know, you know what Microsoft paid for Rare? You wouldn't believe this. $350 million back then.
That's it?
That's it?
That's real good for back then.
That's too much.
That's it?
That's too much.
I would have waited. I'd have waited.
What year did they buy them, Z?
They bought them in, I believe, it was 2003, if I'm not mistaken. Something on there, 2003.
That's a lot of money.
Are they making money off of
I don't know, but I'm just saying, $350 million.
They were during the what was the damn thing they had, Z, that you talked about all the time.
Connect.
Yeah, they were.
But that was very profitable.
Battletoads.
But I'm just talking about, he said Grammy Award. I mean, like,
that shit ain't winning.
They said Battletoads.
Yeah, but they didn't even make Battletoads. They didn't even make that shit.
No. They said somebody else.
They didn't even make Kill Instinct. But you know, make a long story short, I'm just saying if that ain't gonna lie. But you know, especially when they had the chance to buy BioWare. I mean, goddamn, you know what I mean? It's not even goddamn close here. And one of them buying Rare is that they thought they owned the Donkey Kong IP. God damn it, there. But you know, then EA ended up buying goddamn BioWare. You know what I mean?
BioWare.
And if you don't know BioWare, you know, I know people don't sing their praise anymore because of the last Mass Effect and what you call a goddamn game, the flight
Anthem.
game. I like Anthem.
Anthem.
But this one, you better realize back then, BioWare.
Where is that 2.0 shit?
But BioWare was the Naughty Dogs for them back there. It was Sony Cinema. It was hot. You had the Knights of the Old Republic and Jade Empire. Then you had, you know, the Master.
That's kind of how Rare was too, though. That's how Rare.
Nah, I mean, what they got? The last hit was 007. What the fuck they made since then? And I ain't like that shit. You know what I mean? I'm just being
since GoldenEye, they released a lot of games. Then Donkey
I'm talking
Kong
about
Country, Diddy Kong.
That wasn't theirs.
Yeah, that's like the late '90s though.
Yeah, but they bought them in 2003.
Perfect Dark, all that shit.
So they
I mean,
dropped some
Killer
titles
Instinct, I
afterwards.
guess.
I would say this, Z. I agree with you in terms of if you bought them for some of these IP and you don't bring them back, that's fucking weird. I agree with you on that. But in terms of them being a popular company at the time and it being a smart purchase,
I mean
that kind of makes sense.
No,
BioWare, I would have went with my bad, bro.
No.
With BioWare. I would have went with BioWare 2. Graphic fidelity and the kind of games they make. I love Mass Effect 1 and 2.
Absolutely.
But I agree with you on that.
But again, them buying, they thought they owned the Donkey Kong IPs. You know what I mean? And, you know, the license. They didn't find out after the goddamn ink had dried. But what I'm saying is BioWare was also up for sale, or ACEA ended up buying them. But what I'm saying, you know, they have not. Well, don't get me wrong. In terms of probably making money, they probably have made Microsoft money because of the the Kinect Sports and shit like that, which was very in the Kinect Avatar. They did that's what they did. You know what I mean? So if anything, they overpaid for them from what they have delivered. I mean, you could have got anybody to do Kinect Sports or goddamn Kinect Avatar. So it's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I mean, gaming is a very much what have you done for me now? Like what have you done for me
but have they done? I'm just being real. Like you know this.
I disagree with that too, though.
Okay, we'll give you a chance to.
Not you.
No, I'm just saying. But gaming is basically what have you done now? Because in this day and age, you know what I mean? What Rare's glory is what? Their glory is, you know, the golden
Perfect
Dark,
Banjo-Kazooie,
Conquer,
Oftentimes
Banjo was made on the Mario
with the old IP though.
So,
exactly. But what I'm saying is, what are they putting out now?
What have they put out? What have they played? Like I said, they over Conquered. Old school shit, Banjo, you know what I mean? Even Killer Instinct. I take it back. Goddamn, RC Pro Am.
Not even a debate. They ain't made nothing.
Absolutely. So what I'm saying, so it's giving
they gotta be making money off something. Shit.
Well, I'm not.
No. I get what y'all saying. You're absolutely right. Like in terms of the games you've made recently, what were those impacts? What I'm saying is, when you purchase a studio with big IPs, because a lot of times in gaming, a lot of these IPs are over 10 years old. You know what I mean? Especially some of these popular ass, these are old ass characters and IPs that have been around for a long time. So it's a give and take in terms of, I could buy the studio with these legendary IPs. You're just supposed to put out games with the fucking IPs, which they didn't do.
Exactly, but that's more on them than it is on Rare. But Rare also has to come to the board, because I mean, I feel like these companies also have to come to the board and be like, "Hey, I can present this to you right now." And then
Microsoft, yeah, you're right. But the leadership back in them days was a lot more strict and a lot more like,
but
not really giving people the freedom to do.
I don't know. I mean, I had Conquer Live and Reloaded on the original Xbox.
Hold on, God damn it. We get
I get that.
We get on support P's. Hold on. P's, next gen, and grid. God damn it, Microsoft picked up they nuts in 2000 and went in front of the Japanese niggas, and them niggas laughed at them ass for an hour, nigga.
But let's be real. Let's be real. I think if anybody approaches Nintendo and tries to buy them, Nintendo will laugh anybody out the building. They're a super traditional company.
Well, no, I mean the thing is that Nintendo just don't make games. That's what we gotta understand.
Yeah,
they got $1 billion market doing fucking other shit, bro. So of course they like, nah, you can't buy us, bitch. We just don't make games.
Even something like Mario's is $1 billion IP, just without anything else, without even selling nothing. It's just the value of Mario. You know what I mean? So I think they'll laugh anybody out the building. I think they'll laugh anybody.
Yeah, you know what Nintendo
security too. Shit,
Nintendo,
get the motherfuckers up out of here, bro.
What you say?
Nintendo
what?
I'm saying that Nintendo should have never made that Mario movie. They should have laughed that script out the building.
I like that
They should've
trash
laughed.
ass movie.
They didn't really
But
make
trust me,
that
that
though.
corny
For the
ass movie
90s,
made a lot of
for,
money.
yeah, I was about to say
I like
for the
that bum ass
90s,
movie.
yeah, for the 90s. Yeah.
That was an indie movie, basically. They just sold the fucking,
But that was
thing.
them doing
But
the same shit they still
that-
doing.
Yeah, but
attacking
that
the fucking
animated
American
shit,
market. No, they was
that
attacking
animated
the
shit they've
American
been working
market.
on might be good. I don't know.
No, they was
CGI.
trying to
I mean,
get that American
how many
market
times
money.
How many times Bowser gonna kidnap that bitch and we gonna go for it? I'm just saying. That's how popular that IP is.
And why
Yo,
is she so
when
accessible to get kidnapped? Like, what the fuck? Like, where's her protection? Like, make a nigga that.
Hey,
when is Mario gonna be like, you know what, Peach? That's enough, bro. I
hey,
need
the
you
guy
to
that
do
played
something.
the guy that played Mario and John Leguizamo, he said the only way he got through that shit was drinking every day. They were like drinking scotch on the set and shit.
He was a drunk.
They didn't
Did
know
he
what
die?
the
I'm
fuck
not
was going
gonna
on.
accept no Mario movie slander. I
No,
like
no,
that trash ass movie.
Hopkins, Bob
I thought
Hopkins.
he
I don't
died.
think so.
Yeah, the dude from Roger
Did he?
Rabbit.
He
Did
died.
he?
He did. I think he did.
Yeah,
He
that
did.
Oh
was the dude
shit!
from
I
Roger Rabbit.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yo,
he
hold on, my
lost
man,
it.
Hollow
He was a
29.
British dude.
Hollow 29
Oh,
said
man.
Microsoft had that long money for a minute. Yes, they have. Microsoft, but you're right. Back to what Stout was saying, and just talking about when I was just saying Microsoft buying. You know what I mean? Anyway, you said, but what I was going to go with, you know what I mean? That's what I was excited when I heard about Google getting the game after they were actually making the console. And this, like I said, they will buy everything like Microsoft. Otage. The thing about all the goddamn games that they had. Again, Jade Empire. They had a bunch of classic shit on their platform. But again, they would, how you say, money hat shit. That's what people up in LA. They would money hat shit. They would go out there and spend the money and to cover the blanks of them, the weight of them not having anything. I also said this, and people may not, maybe now you may understand. Who I think I was arguing with all day. Shout out to all day one day. And he was saying, when has Sony not had no banger exclusives or some whatever the case may be, right? Because I said this generation, the last generation, impressed me more with Sony than any other generation they had. I said, if you look at games like Metal Gear or even Grand Theft Auto, those games were exclusive to them. That's what made, the PlayStation 2 dope. Like, they always had the best and second and third party deals, because that was number one, console, home console at the time. Where here's this generation, everything is more like, somebody might, who the fuck is this shit scratching? God damn, this shit sound crazy. Yeah,
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah, but as far as like I said, this, now games are, especially multiplats, that are now, the multiplats you have today, even Double Crowd, they were exclusive back then, right? And they're so expensive to make, even when games like traditionally known as being a PlayStation game like Metal Gear, the last one, not the last one before the last, then they bankrupt the goddamn company, and he said you would never have another exclusive goddamn Metal Gear goddamn game again, but, so I was saying they how you say, they, well, far as this generation and what they was able to achieve, but like I said, going back when I said I was excited about Google getting into the gaming, I thought they'd come in and buy, some big third party game like Tomb Raider or something, and had some hardware. Because to be honest with you, no one's gonna really take Stadia serious until they get something that's graphically demanding. That you can't get on, as far as the hardcore gamer, that you can't get on the Xbox or the PlayStation. Whether it's like something just for shooting, whether it's a Battlefield or Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed, one of the big games or something up to that caliber that you can only play there on Stadia and you can't get anywhere else. So that, and again, it
if
works.
they were smart, they would have bought Sega.
But even with Sega, right? Buy Sega, and that's, people will say, "Oh, buy Sega." Sega has those games are classics to us. I don't think they were fared well in today's market.
I don't mean buy Sega and then just rehash what they've already made. No, I mean buy Sega and then open up that fucking vault with all those fucking classic IPs in it. Go get you a development team and remake some of that shit to make it modern.
That's a good plan.
I'm with you.
Like, can you imagine Golden Axe?
Absolutely.
But make it like The
like
Witcher.
God of War or something.
Or God of Right. Or some shit.
Look, bro, I'm with you 135%.
Or Shinobi.
I'm with you 135%. But the thing
or
is,
make Cannonball,
But they don't
Cannon's
got-
like fucking like
Sonic
Gears.
no more, do they?
that's theirs.
Nah.
Yeah.
Or like Shinobi, if they redid
they
the
still got
Shinobi
Sonic.
franchise.
Man,
Shinobi would be fire.
Yo, if they
Shinobi would
redid,
be fire.
that's one thing I've been preaching for, bro. I need, in the era of these remasters and remakes, I want Shinobi PS2 remake. Give me that, please.
Yes.
All I want.
I will say this again. Yes, okay.
I just want to ask you.
But if you answer the question, the answer is great. Here's the thing. Ain't so much about Peter. What the fuck are you doing, bro? You back to scratching your crotch?
That's me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chill.
it should be. I wouldn't
Oh,
lie to
hold
you.
on,
Don't.
hold
I
on.
don't mean you don't lie.
Hold
Yeah,
on, my fault, my
it's like
fault. Let me step out this thing.
no, it's you scratching on something. Your mic, move your microwave, whatever you got your mic next to.
Oh, hold on. It's zipped up in my
Your
jacket.
mic
He
scraping your
got it
Yeah,
on
beard,
his
bro.
it sounds
jacket.
like something rattling,
Your
bro.
I got
jacket
it.
or
My,
your
Nah, it sound
my
like it's
fault.
scraping up
Is
against.
that better? Is that better?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, my
All
fault.
right. No,
My
let's go.
fault, B.
Let's
I'm
go.
sorry.
So
Nails
anyway,
on the
so anyway, even about yes, they do have a lot of classic IP, and they're classic to us. But the thing is, who would make those? Those games will
Right, that's what
bring
I'm
up.
saying. They would have to buy a development team and bring them in,
As far as
and
I don't
you
think
know,
Sega. That's I mean I don't know the last hit that Sega made. You know what I mean?
Them Sonic games do good, don't they?
well, no,
No.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no. Okay, I mean, I get what you. I get. What you, see, I think you're missing my point.
I
What I'm
understand.
saying
I understand what you're saying. They
is, you
got.
go dig, you open up that vault with all them classic fucking IPs in there.
Yes,
You
sir.
walk in there and you grab one. Now you go out and you say, okay, we're hiring for a development squad, and we're
Okay.
gonna name it
Yeah.
whatever, right?
And
You
Google has
give
the money
them
to
that
do that.
fucking IP, and if even someone has never seen or played those games, go back and do your research on what this game used to be and bring it up to date and give me something I can sell to the market today, sell in the market that we have today.
Okay. Oh,
That's
okay.
all I'm saying.
But I'm listening again. I'm not negating that, but I just think just looking at it may costly because I don't know who would maybe outside of Platinum Games gets out of their shit, but well, Sega did do publish was Bayonetta. That was their thing, Bayonetta. That's the last thing I can make. They made
They
it
just
happen.
Don't they make
published it. They didn't
Yakuza
make
too?
it. They published it.
Yeah,
That's it.
they do, but that Yakuza. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, they're publishing those games. They're not making them.
more or less. But
But Sega does have a plethora of games. You know
they
that
do. I know they have
got
of
IPs
licenses.
out the ass.
They have
bro.
of licenses.
Streets of Rage. What?
Yo, they got IPs.
We just
out
had a
the
Streets of Rage,
ass.
but even with their games, they don't even make it anymore. Even what's that goddamn game? Which was everywhere I go, Shimu. They didn't even do that. You know,
They let other people do the
the
shit,
game
right.
it was a goddamn Kickstarter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So I don't think I would rather say they go out with somebody like Capcom. But going back to the initial statement about them laughing them out in the building, you know what I mean?
Right.
And again, this Japan, I just think Nintendo was they too goddamn stubborn. That's one of the reasons again I don't really rock with Nintendo because Nintendo of Japan makes the decisions for Nintendo of America, makes the decisions for Nintendo
Not
of Europe.
anymore. Not
Shit
anymore.
me.
No, they're not. They're
Shit me.
they're one division now. No, they're one division now.
Doesn't make a difference. So exactly. So they're one division. Japan is the headquarters, still making the decisions for North America and Europe. What's cool, like I was saying before, what flies and what's cool in Japan is not what's cool here. Like I said, with them being so with online and chatting and them wanting to protect the children. Remember, I think somebody did some weird
but
shit.
Z, do you understand what they consider the Switch?
Oh,
They
hold
don't
on.
consider
Let me finish. Let me
consider
finish.
the gaming console.
Not a problem.
They consider it a toy.
Fuck them. But as I was saying, when somebody did some weird shit with their 3DS or something, right? When they last before the Switch and got some kid to meet up somewhere. So what do? They panic and close that online down for the whole goddamn handheld. Shit like that, you know what I mean? And people do weird shit on the Xbox and PlayStation front. The game is gonna be the game. Like I said, you know, my problem is one of my issues with Nintendo was, hey, let me be the parent in my goddamn home. You know what I mean? let me make the decisions. You know what I mean? And what goes on. You know what I mean? It's just too much. But that's neither here nor there. But I think they're too goddamn strict. But it's like I said, but it's working for them. You know what I mean? I hope that they would get their teeth kicked in. I mean that, and they would be more modern.
That ain't gonna happen now.
Don't say never, but it can happen.
They got the golden ticket, bro.
Well, they just doing the handheld shit. I don't think they, you know,
That's
the
what I'm
hybrid.
saying. They got the golden, and they ain't gonna stop. They gonna continue to make hybrids.
Yeah, you know. Hey man, with the dog shit. But anyway,
they got the golden ticket, bro.
Moving right along, last guy at the top of the day, my man here, Gaming Nexus is back in, I guess, the hot seat with PlayStation fans. He compared the PlayStation 5. Actually, I get the link up in a minute. He compared the PlayStation 5 to a 5-year-old PC as far as checking what it has to offer. And people are, you know, gamers are upset about that. You know what I mean?
That's dirty, bro.
Now, listen, to give it, like, who's this guy Gamers Nexus? He's like a technical engineer who did the first tear down of the PlayStation and was talking about, you know, the issues it was having and the thermal pasting and this, that, and the other, and not the heat sink. And he knows his shit though. If there been companies have switched their products because of his teardowns and his suggestions. Jesus, another goddamn baby. But you know what I mean. So I'm gonna get the actual link. But some people say, "Why is he always shitting on PlayStation?" What do you guys thoughts about that? You know what I mean? Is that cool? You know what I mean? Or do consoles does it matter? Or you know what I mean?
I think it's clickbait
with him.
Maybe for this case. I mean, look at the amount of hardware that goes into this stuff, right? In terms of like, hey, most people had to buy new televisions just to get like these kind of things, you know, or to access certain features of this thing. So I mean, maybe there is some. I want to say maybe it's about like 75-25, 75 cap, 25 fat.
What you mean? What you mean? It's about a 1080, I guess. If you think about it, what's a 1080?
Because I was gonna say that doesn't that add up in terms of like PC specs?
More or less, you know what I mean? But
like the Series X isn't equivalent to a high end PC that came out the end of 2020. You know, like they're kind of years behind in terms of PC.
Yeah, they're already behind PC.
No one. That's what I'm saying. No one's ever going to be able to compare to a PC. But I'm saying like, yo, who can afford? Not everyone can afford a PC. This is it for us. I can't afford a PC.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that's like clickbait because they compare PC to consoles all day long.
But we know the compare. But say like I want to say, but you say a 5-year-old PC, I would compare it maybe with the 2-year-old.
Maybe a 4, 3, somewhere in there.
Well,
it don't matter, you know why? Because you're not gonna get the kind of games you're gonna get on the fucking PC.
When did the 2060
that pays for it?
How many years of 2060?
2 years now. 2 years or so.
Okay, so 2 or 3 years. The 2080s came out when?
1080. What's the 2060? What came out last year? Yeah, what year? 2 years.
Okay, so basically these consoles are about 2 years old. That's it. From a PC,
exactly. Exactly. To compare to a 5-year-old.
Well, a 1080 came out about 5 years ago. They're basically saying it was a 1080 with ray tracing.
No, because
nobody should be under the illusion that
PlayStation 5 is more comparable to a 2060.
That's not true. It's an affordable living room box. It's equivalent in gaming performance to a mid to
high. What separates a 2060 and a 1080?
Exactly.
They're very comparable because I own both.
Yeah.
They're very comparable.
That's why I said 1080.
This is the difference. The difference is that if you take the ray tracing away from the 2060, it's a 1080.
That's where this thing is.
It's a 1080 Ti.
Well,
nobody should be under the illusion that the PS5.
And how old is that card?
If you take the ray tracing from a 2060, then it's basically a 1080 Ti. Basically.
Are you in the Twilight world zone?
No, it is, Z.
What I just said?
Go look it up.
What did I
That's
say?
the point. That's the point that he's making, though. That's what he said.
Oh, you just arguing for the sake of arguing. I just said that.
Oh, that's what you said. My bad, bro.
It's like that movie take. It's hot outside. Yeah, I just said that. Like, what are you talking about?
I apologize, bro. My bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah, so you know what I mean.
Hey, stall me out, nigga. I've been drinking tonight.
Nobody should be under the illusion that
is it that old nigga dementia kicking in? Ain't it?
Hey, stall me out, Stout.
It's an affordable living room box. It's equivalent in gaming performance to a mid to high-end gaming PC from about 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna play the clip. Hold on. You got it.
Oh my god, we gotta see him too.
Nobody should be under the illusion that the PS5
talked about the fans and the liquid metal and how it's
get a haircut, hippie.
It's an affordable living room box.
Oh damn!
It's equivalent in gaming performance to a mid to high end gaming.
Everybody going in on him now because he right.
I don't watch him, but I hear he's mad relaxed.
Yo, let me see what he's talking about. Let me see. It's not in the city clip. Let me see.
Nobody should be under the illusion that the PS5 is a top-tier gaming machine because that's just not true. It's an affordable living room box. It's equivalent in gaming performance to a mid to high-end.
For 5 years ago, more. What he's saying? It's console. You get what you pay for. I guess I don't have an issue with it. I mean, we got back in here.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm sorry, back. Yeah. So you said mid. So what do you say? What do you say with the exact words? It's not a
gaming PC from about 5 years ago.
I forgot already.
Nobody should be under the illusion that the PS5 is a top-tier gaming.
He said no one should be under the illusion that the PS5 was a top-tier gaming, whatever. She said compared to a 5-year-old. And again, I would say the same thing. You couldn't build a PC for $400 what the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox can do. I mean, if it's going to be honest.
That's
not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and people are lazy too. They don't want to put that shit together.
That's why
the
the comparison was always
that shit
weird.
expensive.
Like a motherfucker.
So I don't, you know, I don't really see the big to do, but maybe I guess you know what I mean, because of course on the console side of things you got Sony and Microsoft talking about power, right? And then you always got the PC guys. Oh, what about me? What about me? But it's, you know, we're talking about a console, like what it used to be when consoles came out. They used to be ahead of PCs, but that will never happen again.
Yeah.
Why? Because of that 9 and 10-year-old life cycle, 8, 9 years we had with the 360 and the PS3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would never happen again.
With that.
Z, you think mid-gen refreshes are going to continue?
Absolutely.
Into the future
And
because
Porter
of that?
Rock, listen, Porter Rock, when you ever listen, nigga, I want my money. We better game. I told him, you know what I mean? You know, because again, you know what I mean? And
hey, you see Microsoft filed a patent. What's that patent?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. A new
It's
console.
they call it the Xbox
oh, we know that already.
XS.
Yeah, we already know. We already got that because I mean that's a no-brainer. But like I said, you know, console guys, you know, you think about we got 12 now in the PlayStation 10 or whatever the fuck it is, right? It's due to us. We're going from some guys are going from 1 straight to 10 or 1.3. Maybe some guys didn't even get the mid-gen refresh. So it seems like a lot. No one knew that goddamn the video was gonna move the envelope to goddamn 40 goddamn T-flops. What's that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
They
pushing
pushing
about
the
the
bar.
4090 now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's gonna keep going.
Like 66 T-flops in
Yeah,
it.
but that's why I was telling T-Rock,
time.
you can't listen. You can't have a console on the market for say the generation lasted 7-10 years again with the same. You know how far PCs will be ahead. Like god damn, you know what I mean? And
That's why I think you see the deals like where they be with AMD and shit like that, and they be partnering up to make pieces of the console and shit. I think that's the shit that, like, how they gonna catch up, basically. Like,
well, I mean, theoretically, they would never catch them again. But you just
I understand that.
I
understand that, but I'm just saying, like, just to keep trying, like, you know.
That's
like,
why I have no problem.
Technology
with
advances.
Every 3 months. Every 6 to 3 months.
That's why I have no problem with the mid-gen refresh because it kind of keeps everything on a life cycle.
Did you get HALA 29?
Yeah, I got him.
All right.
So Puerto Rock owe you money, and Legendary owes me a game too.
What you Legendary in?
Mid-gen refresh.
Oh yeah,
that just means Porter Rock's going to be on that same damn console the whole gen.
Yeah, but again,
shout out Porter Rock, man. That's
you can't afford that shit.
He was on the same damn console last gen, the vanilla.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But as I was like, but at the end of the day, like like I said, especially we just not using it. What's this Unreal Engine? What's the new one to come out? 5, whatever.
5.
We're on 4.2 right now.
Whatever the new one to come out is 5, right? But
the new one is 5.
I said these consoles are fun now, right? But who's to say that we're not gonna go from Frostbite 4.0? You know what I mean? And you know, as graphic engines becomes more demanding, like I said, that they're gonna eat up this. You know what I mean? You know, these are like I said, mobile fucking APUs. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so you know.
Yeah, but they become more savvy with the way they develop for these engines, meaning that they can make them more.
They're scalable. They're scalable. You know what I mean? But in the grand scheme of things, you can't. Well, not you can, but you know, it's going to seem great. Could you imagine having the Xbox One and the PS4 no mid-region for 7 years? Can you imagine that?
No. That's why I'm fine with the mid-gen refresh.
I am too.
I
but
did the
you know
same thing with my cell phone, TVs.
Yeah.
You know, so.
The biggest advancement to me of last 2016 was the adding HDR. Like, oh shit!
Because CES 21.
That's true. Z.
They're starting to show the laptops with 3080s in them already. So the laptops are starting to go get 3080s this year in 2021. So we know that I saw it at CES 21. So the thing is that we're going to get these mid-gen refreshes because, to your point, Z, that they have to keep up. You know what I mean? They got to keep up. So if 3080s are going into laptops in 2021, then yes, we're going to get some mid-gen refreshes to bring these damn cards equal to a 30 whatever, maybe a 3060 Super or something like that. You know what I mean?
I also think they save on manufacturing costs as well as the prices of that stuff goes down.
Yeah, I mean, but we already know Sony is going to do their mid-gen refresh. Like we know that for a
Well,
fact.
they already said it.
Yeah, that's fact at this point.
Yeah,
the only thing that's kind of iffy is like what, because Microsoft at first said they weren't going to do it, but we all know Phil Spencer will say one thing and then do another. So
Microsoft said they
you know
weren't
what's
gonna do a
funny?
mid-gen
In an interview last week, he said that exact shit. He said sometimes I speak and I don't really speak, and I don't say it clear enough. People misunderstand what I'm saying.
Exactly, nigga. Like, Phil is probably the most misquoted nigga I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They just said this nigga said 3 to 10 years before we get
right.
games.
He
Like,
did
that's how
not say
they
that,
do
bro.
it.
Hold on, let me the bills right quick. Hold up.
Yeah, so we have 2 new bills. We got Tavon Parrish with a $5.
Hey, we can close
What up,
that.
Z? Did you hear about God of War Ragnarok being cross-gen? We also have Nova with the $2. Z, we need to get you on the Somniacs podcast. Where are you at?
The who podcast again?
Insomniacs.
Oh man,
I'm not so much of my licensing fee because you use my license.
Oh man.
hey.
I'll holler at you, bro. Just let me know. You know what I mean, ahead of time. But we can close. What's from the God of War? I guess shout out to David Jaffe. He was talking about it on one of his shows playing God of War, and I guess one of the news publications. Because I've been telling this. Well, I knew David about 2 years now. But you know what I mean, about 2 years, whatever. Bro, you should stream goddamn God of War. Do numbers for your channel. Stream God of War. And being actually shot cool, and he finally did it and went and played God of War, right? I heard it was very successful for him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
You get to stream.
Yeah, I seen him today.
Oh, man.
That's a good suggestion.
I told that motherfucker that 2 years ago. Yeah, bro, you want to bring some life into this dog shit ass channel, bro. Play God of War. You be you. They said Dave a funny motherfucker too. But anyway, make a long story short, and he said something about you can't see God of War not being whatever. And I guess one of the publications picked it up and saying David Jaffe says that God of War is going to be next gen, cross gen. I don't listen, and I'm gonna say this again. We can go by the numbers and get you guys' opinion before we close the button and go over to Twitch. And I keep telling people it's the same argument, not an argument we had with J-Dub on his channel, right? And I know that probably got the receipts. And I was saying I don't see them releasing any big games at the start of the generation because they cost too much. You know what I mean? What I mean, not just the cost, the market saturation. You don't have any consoles. So if God of War, I said this again, sold 10 million with 100 million install base, right? And that's a big number, right? How many God of Wars you think it would sell if you had in a year 14 million consoles in the market? Maybe 1 or 2 million people would buy it, and they're not going to make their money back. Like I said before, from market, because just actually making the game, you guys are also marketing the game, which sometimes costs more than actually making the goddamn game. You know what I mean? So business wise,
crazy.
You know what I mean? It's not like I said. It's not that. See, before you release a console, you come up with a big, like Mario or Sonic or something to sell the hardware. These games cost way too much money for that. So both now, really, Sony and Microsoft kind of depend on third party, the multiplats, to sell. You know, what's crazy how the business didn't change. I mean, the Call of Duties or the Assassin's Creeds or whatever to sell their hardware. Then once you got bigger market saturation, then they release whatever such game, right? But he's saying, well, not saying he for sure, but he was saying business-wise. And then you have Jen Ryan on the record saying they're going to support with the PS4 up to 3 to 4 years. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. But what are you guys' thoughts about that?
Well, Cerny said it. Like, if you go back and listen to his little "Where Do You See My Specs" conference, he said it basically as far as saying that our production time is going to be smaller when it comes to these next generation games. Now, we weren't understanding what he was saying, but I think we do, because we get a bite-sized Spider-Man, and we're going to get a bite-sized God of War. We're going to get a bite-sized Horizon. You see what I'm saying? They're going to give us these bite-sized games that don't take long, because all they're going to do is reuse assets, right? They're going to reuse assets, maybe higher resolution, shit like that, but same assets. So now they can produce the game in a shorter period of time. And I think that's what we're going to get. So I agree with you what you're saying, Z, as far as cross-gen. Of course, they're going to make more money making it cross-gen opposed to just making it exclusive. Because, again, like you said, we don't have many people. We don't have a lot of people that have PS5s. So, but I think that here on into the future, because I've been asking this question for a couple weeks, is after God of War, after Horizon, what are they going to make? We got maybe 5-6 years left in this generation. What are we getting new IPs, or are they going to keep making these bite-sized games of old IPs?
I heard something about
We don't know what's
SOCOM.
gonna
Is that
happen
shit
down the
real?
line.
Is that real? That SOCOM rumor that they supposed to be bringing that shit back?
Well, Z said he saw
That
a little
rumor been
video.
around for a minute.
Yeah, Z said he saw a little video, so you know.
Nah, I've been seeing like recent shit. That's why I'm asking. Like,
No, somebody sent me a little clip. I'm handing some old footage. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for SOCOM to come back because they want some games as a service. But we have a new super chat with Nicole Rankin with the $5. Might be Moss's fan here. Console gaming is over. Y'all have to try Shadow PC. It changes everything. Not chilling, but the era of the closed box is over.
What the hell is Shadow PC?
That sounds like shilling.
It's kind of like Stadia. It's a cloud service.
Man, that's Moss, man. Fuck outta here.
Okay, listen. Death, what are your thoughts about God of War? You know,
Look, I've said this before, and I'll keep saying this.
Yeah.
If it's true that God of War is cross-gen, which it probably is, in my opinion, I just can't foresee that being, Santa Monica's next big project or next big God of War.
We're supposed to be doing a third.
Like,
We're supposed to be doing a third person. I mean, I'm sorry, it's futuristic joint or something.
Yeah, okay. So I can't see this God of War Ragnarok, if it's cross-gen, being their next real step in the God of War franchise.
What's your
Rather,
sequel, you're saying?
I just see this as a Miles Morales. I see this
could be
probably a Miles Morales, because if they're truly making a next-gen God of War, then it can't be done on a PS4. So if it's cross-gen,
that's what I
wouldn't be
said.
surprised if it's just Miles Morales.
I said this,
just the next step, I guess, in God of War, but it's not the next-gen leap or anything like that.
Yeah, we were
It's not
both
your next
saying
game
that.
of franchise.
When they first announced it, we were,
This could be a
That would be
potential,
cool.
ODST moment. Miles Morales is kind of like an ODST moment, but like
is this
that.
speculation right now, or is this confirmed?
Of course, it's speculation. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm gonna say this right
we
now.
don't
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think it is gonna be cross-gen.
Why?
I think it's only. I mean, why would it be? I think
You
it's
want to
gonna
bet
be
me
one
a
of
game on that, bro?
He just said
we need this audio.
Everybody just brought up.
live on air. Hey, live on air. I'm gonna take that action. I will bet you a game.
Okay, bet.
All right, but just play. Let me hear your reasons why.
What were your reasons? Yeah.
Simply because I think right now, in order for Sony to kind of widen the gap between in terms of next gen console sales or just like basically embedding their footprint in the dirt right now in this generation, they need that game right now to in order to compete with like what Halo Infinite is that what which is coming down the line too. I think there are
cross-gen.
It's cross-gen, yeah, but a lot of people we're not gonna even talk about Xbox One.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what game I want, player, because you're gonna lose this one, bro.
Nah.
You're gonna lose this one, bro.
Make it God of War Ragnarok.
You're gonna lose this one, bro. Because again, Z make
a franchise like that with that big name, with that big a hype behind it, it has to be on the PS5 only. It has to. In order for it to do what,
they're not making their money back, bro.
Yeah, let them go. You guys keep interrupting them.
Yeah.
We're talking about. You guys just said it right now, right? You said the answer right now. In order for it to be a step forward in the God of War franchise, it has to be on the PS5 only. That's the only way we're going to be able to get the entire story for the way it needs to be played out, for the way it needs to be set. And I think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to make their money back anyway with it.
Okay.
But that's why Neth said that he thinks this won't be the biggest, like the next actual game in the God of War franchise. It'll be more of a Miles Morales.
So you're saying, all right. So you're saying that, and that God of War, don't get me wrong, it'll get the hardcore. So you think this would they wouldn't like? Let me ask you a question, right? Real talk, right?
If they did that with Miles Morales, go ahead.
But no. Just think about it. What's my name again? Cool. What's the name again?
Cool Hand Cruz.
My man Pablo Cruz. Check it out, right? If God of War sold 10 million copies, which is a lot of copies, right?
Yeah.
Right? With an install base of about 100 million, right? That's included it being bundled. The bundle sales they had. I don't know what the sales are right now, probably, and that's main time it going down to $30, and the deals and stuff that they do great. So we're saying 10 million, right? And with an install base of 100 million, how many PS5s do you think will be in the market by next year? They say supposed to be. They say they tease it for next year
by Christmas time. Let's just say.
Yeah, just say you think we see what we gonna say balls for. I'm gonna give them 20 million in 1 year, which is crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
In 1 year,
yeah, that's crazy.
With an install base of 20 million, how many consoles do you think they'll sell? I mean, how many copies of God of War you think they sell?
2 to 3 million, maybe 5.
Nah, not even that many.
Who's
You don't think so with the hype behind it?
Nope.
No.
5 million?
Look at the hype. Look at the hype behind it on PlayStation 4. Look what Z just said. They had 100 million and 10 million people bought it.
Still only sold 10 million, right?
10% of the user base.
10%.
You said, where's that?
And to be honest, all these big exclusives, that's usually where they rank.
So 10% of 20 million is what?
10% user base.
Rick, look at the meter.
10% of 20 million is what?
2 million, right? 2 million.
2 million.
2 million.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
They
why
ain't
I said
making their money
between
back.
2 to 5. Yeah.
They ain't making their money back.
But what if they follow the trend and release the game, and then after that be like, we gonna continue to give y'all DLC or new like pieces of the story or some dumbass shit like that?
Nah, because I mean they didn't do that with the first game, and a lot of people like that.
But then it wasn't really, cracking then, selling skins and all this other bullshit that's going on. It wasn't really,
They're not
cracking
gonna
like
make
that.
God of War. They're not gonna make God of War game as a service. Bro.
Yeah, they never did.
And to be honest, if we think God of War is a huge franchise for them to do that, well, even going off this numbers he just brought up, didn't Spider-Man outsell God of War?
Yeah, it was the number one.
Yeah, it came right after. Yeah.
And that's a cross-gen bite-sized game. So I
I
don't
mean,
know.
but that's a superhero type game. I think
It
that's
actually appeals to a wider audience.
to a wider audience.
Yeah,
So
so
that would make more sense to do that with Spider-Man than God of War.
And they only sold like 15 million copies of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and they had they had DLCs for that game too.
So yeah, so I don't think.
So I hit you up with the game that I want, bro, because you're gonna lose.
Listen,
Nah,
bro.
we'll
Listen,
see.
bro.
Hey,
I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. I want it to be. I'm not a fan of cross-gen. I'm talking about for
I'm not a fan of cross-gen either.
So you know what I mean, and
I don't even think I don't like what's it called for me. It's the money. Them making the money back. I don't think it needs to matter at this point. I think just for Sony as a company, just to kind of widen the gap in this generation, God of War Ragnarok needs to be a PS5 exclusive only.
Oh, so you're assuming that it's going to sell consoles?
I'm assuming it might sell consoles. Yes.
It would, but I mean, here's the thing. I'm not negating. I'm not saying that I would buy it. They got a theme. If I spend my money looking, if they got a theme, console or whatever the case may be, or people wait to buy
they
because of
definitely
that,
don't have that. They
which is
definitely
cool,
don't
but
have that.
it still doesn't offset the prices. I'm not even counting Sony's money, or no, you know what I mean, or I say, sit back playing bigger, you know what I mean, today. But I'm just saying, as business, why do you think that what's my man came out and said they're going to support the PlayStation 4 for 3 to 4 years? You know what I mean?
Jaffe?
It's not Jaffe, Jim Ryan.
Oh, God.
And Sony themselves, even before this gen, they said that new IP stuff is not really sustainable for them like that. And they even like a year ago, they said we're gonna start making less games like that, shorter length games, more family oriented and online games to try to dip into that bag. So I think every move they're making is.
I agree with you, Peace, because I think that Sony blew their load the last 3 years of this last generation. I think they blew their load.
How?
It was an amazing gen.
They squeaked out every damn thing they had to offer. That's what I think they did. They was like, "This is what we got." You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, it was my bad.
No.
I was gonna say it was genius though for that to be the gen for them to do it with the transition over to digital.
Yeah, I mean, because they looked at the amount of PlayStation 4s that they have sold, and they sold, right? They're like 120 fucking million goddamn consoles. Okay, look, we ain't losing out on that money. You see what I'm saying? We'll get these motherfuckers 3 to 4 years, and then we'll lock in 100% on the PlayStation 5. But up until then, we got to capitalize on them consoles that we got out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not making the Pro anymore because the damn Pro costs as much as the dishless fucking PS5.
PlayStation 5, right?
They just continue the Pro. But I don't know. Listen, that was my man. Cool. Shout out to you. I hope that you're.
Slow down a little red cloak, man.
Yeah, I hope that you're right that it does, but I just don't see it. If not, it was slated to come out next year. No.
I said, I think it's going to be one of those things to push console sales, and
If that's the case, why not go Horizon? Horizon was successful.
Or Spider-Man. It's the biggest. It's
Right?
like
Why did they make Spider? That's the biggest IP that they got, and they made that motherfucker cross-gen.
Yeah,
like
Spider-Man
people who
way
aren't
bigger
even
than God.
That game was completed way earlier than it should have, which is what drove it to be cross-gen.
What? No,
I
not
don't know about all that. The franchise though, with a small snippet.
Ragnarok sounds epic as fuck.
Charged extra for
And then what's crazy is the motherfucker didn't sell as much as the original Spider-Man.
Well, it's
Well, yeah,
for whatever.
everyone
I mean, you
knew
can
it
say
wasn't. But the thing is, it was announced
That was
it wasn't
not.
gonna be.
That was not.
Yeah.
Miles Morales wasn't ever going to outsell Peter Parker, man.
I mean,
It's
I think
huge.
you got a bunch of some racial overtones there, undertones there. We got a bunch of things.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this: you got games like what do you call it? Horizon, the sequel. What it was? I don't even call it Horizon 2. It was called Horizon. What? Something.
Forbidden West.
Horizon DLC.
And that's what it is.
I want to ask a question that Neff brought up because I said this a while ago and got slandered.
What?
But I do believe. Do y'all think Horizon and Ragnarok are going to be bite-sized Miles Morales games?
I think God of War, but not Horizon.
I think God of War.
I don't think God of War will.
Yeah, that gotta be a nice length.
Yeah, when did Horizon come out?
Horizon is more of an RPG game, so no, I don't think so. It's going to be a bite-sized. God of War can
the
be
story is bigger. So is
Spider-Man is not RPG. Horizon is an
because
RPG.
again, you got to look at the story of Ragnarok. They're almost done,
like an open
so they just got. I mean, they don't have a lot of story to tell. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It implies something very epic.
Yeah.
Story got brothers and sisters and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be about. I think that again, if they don't wrap up Ragnarok with this little bite-sized game, then we're going to keep getting bite-sized. You know what I'm saying? God
exactly,
of War.
and that's not gonna do anybody no favors.
Well,
the only way
I actually think it is.
Like that franchise,
if you're an adult and you don't have that much time, that might be right
8 to 10 hours. Think I'm good with.
Yeah, but hold on. We have a bill. I don't know if we paid it, but I'll just do it again. Max City with the $2. I'm with Z. I want my face to melt, but I'll say this. I get you what you're saying, Cool Handed. You want them to increase the PS5 sales. You want them to move on, and you want the next epic experience, like I said. I think it has to be the next epic experience if it's going to be PS5 only. But I'm saying you're just rushing it. Like, if this is supposed to come out next year or even early 22, to be honest, they're not looking to push the PS5 go beyond yet. Like, let's be real. Cool Hand, you got your PS5 yet?
Yeah, I got my PS5.
All right, and let's say you were on the PS4 because you couldn't get PS5 because it's tough.
Yeah,
Would you play that new experience on that PS4, or are you going to make sure you get a PS5 for it?
See, I'm more of like, yo, you shit out of luck. Wait. You know what I mean? That's just me, but that's me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So, like, you guys are going to buy the PS5 regardless, so they can just keep it cross-gen. It's not going to be the end of their line for them, you know? Right. And people are going to just upgrade. Like, for Halo Infinite, I make sure to get Series X for that shit. It's not even coming out yet.
Right.
Like, we're going to upgrade regardless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for those
and then, once you hit 2024, that's when they release the next real God of War, probably.
And us who are going to do that represent the minuscule.
Maybe 23.
Yeah. We are the, how you say, we're the 1%.
Small percent, the minority.
I think based upon what they do with Ragnarok, will tell us what the future of God of War is. That's what I'm thinking.
Can't do shit but make it bigger and better.
What I'm saying though is that at some point in time, it looks like with the last one, it looks like they're winding Kratos down. It looks like they're winding him down as a character.
Yeah.
So now that
I think that's what this was about. It wasn't really more so setting up.
Now, how's that going to be accepted? How's that going to be accepted?
Now, hold on, Manhattan, are you saying that?
How the story plays out? It depends on how the story plays out.
But I think you guys forget, but you guys just noticed what they did with this, right? Kratos getting sucked in a whole another universe. Now people talking about going to different realms for Egypt. Like, I see them actually going into a different fucking realm, like not just.
I would love. Listen, if we're talking God of War, right? Like he already conquered Greek mythology.
Yeah,
right now,
he's in Norse mythology.
Norse mythology.
Yeah,
I would love I would love to see him
Egypt or something like that. Like
like Asian mythology, bro.
Assassin's Creed with Kratos.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah, but not only that, the people he defeated, they have kids and brothers and sisters and shit too.
Well, if we get Max Bill, listen, one of the key moments when the game first comes on, right? When the boulder, the stranger walks through the door, the legends of the old, don't you be much bigger? much stronger. He was an older guy, right? And you know, you heard about the Titans and how, you know what I mean, and Bolt was a newer guy,
Right.
you know what I mean, because it's a whole new different time period. Now the old actor, what's his name?
Oh wait, quick question, Z. Let me ask you a question
Yes, sir.
about that area, because I'm not sure if I was just bugging. Wait, was he talking about Kratos as in being a Greek god, or he was just so he was a
The guys are the old. Guys are the old. I thought they were much bigger. Much stronger.
Okay, because I thought he was referring to like the Titans.
What
He thought Kratos was
great
a Titan.
Kratos comes from that time period.
Nah, he comes from the Greek. He comes from Greek.
No. I thought both of them thought that Kratos was an actual giant. Like.
Well, you heard him. He didn't never seen it. He's the only. Kratos was the last one left from then.
Right.
Kratos killed that little guy.
He got Kratos mistaken for it.
No.
He was looking. Because he was. No, I'm saying because he was looking for giants. I thought he was. He
No,
thought
he said
Kratos
he was
a
saying-
giant.
No. He was just Boulder was sizing him up. That's all it was.
We heard about the guys from the old, like you know what I mean, like
it was an insult, man. Had
yeah,
like,
I thought Timmy was bigger.
Size
What's this?
him up, look him up and down.
Yeah, oh, you about the same size as me, like you know what I mean, X, Y, and Z.
Like shit. If you look at Boulder, right? He's like he moves his shoulder. He puts his shoulders back. He moves. He puts his arms out. I thought you'd be bigger.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
stronger. This, that, and the other. Because again, everybody heard about the legends. Oh, you know how they were back in the day. This, that, and the other. You know what I mean? And he's literally the last one left. Like you know what I mean, he killed all the motherfuckers. You know what I mean, he played 3. He wiped everybody out.
But I mean, look. Personally, I mean, there's been theories like pushed in and out, about like Kratos possibly becoming Odin, and then or I mean, personally, this is something that I would love to see because I'm a fan of. No, what I'm saying, because I'm a fan of storytelling, right? So for me, I would love for it to kick off. All right, Kratos fight, maybe beats Thor, but gets like really damaged. And then maybe you play as Kratos up until the middle point of the game, and then Kratos either dies or can't continue the journey, and then Atreus takes over, and you play as Atreus.
Is he going to be a kid or is he going to be like a teenager?
I would love to see him. Like I would love to see like maybe some years go by.
Yeah, just
and
like
then,
a couple years older. He might be
like
he might be
16 or 17, something like that.
No, he might be a preteen. He might just
maybe
be
a preteen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he's a preteen now, ain't he?
Yeah,
I think that'll appeal to kids more if he a preteen.
That ain't a kid game.
That ain't not a kid game.
Yeah, hold on. We better build.
I mean, but they still.
I mean, they got to at
play
least
it.
make you
Kids
like
play
18.
Grand Theft Auto. Shit, they don't
I want to ask a
I
question.
get that, but I mean,
after you pay the bill.
Yeah,
there's a new bill. So Max City with a $10. Cross-gen DLC games is a bad idea for PS5 that costs around $500. Am I going to get my money's worth? I only play exclusives on PS5. Short games like this kills the value of the console for players like me. I agree with you, but to be real, bro, I bought PS5 to play Miles Morales and shit. And honestly, most people who buy these consoles, they're not buying it just for the exclusives. They're buying it for the overall experience.
So
when you beat it, did you feel like
I don't do nothing else to play exclusive on PS5?
Me too.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the average consumer.
Well, no,
But when you beat
Mike says he plays all his multi-plats on the box, and he got the PlayStation for the exclusives. You know what I mean?
I get what he's saying. Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
that makes sense?
I hope that that he say the guns and the butters coming. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, as far as I don't see the sequel to The Last of Us 2 being a short snippet, like you know what I mean, or.
Yeah, but if we get it, we ain't getting it to the end of the generation.
Well, else it's coming. I don't like I said, you know what I mean.
I wouldn't be surprised if you get a halfway game with like Abby and Lev, like a game about them.
No. Now listen, they can't go the whole generation doing that. They can't do that. They got to.
Well, yeah, but I think you might get one of those.
Yeah,
that's the thing that's interesting to me because if you look at some of their 3 big titles that's coming out, Miles Morales, Forbidden West, and Ragnarok. The development cycles are, ridiculously shorter than the old ones, and I understand they can just reuse all assets.
Yeah.
But still, like it seems like Last of Us 2 didn't use no new assets, and that motherfucker's 2000. It's like a 6-year-old game.
Right.
Yeah, it took 6 years to make that.
But look at that.
They probably use assets from other games, like if the studios were working on it.
Man, they already had the
they use assets from Last of Us, from the first Last of Us.
That was built from the ground up for the PS4. Like, you know what I mean? It's totally different. You know what I mean? I ain't care for the gameplay. I ain't care for the gameplay.
Because to me, the biggest sequel, and we can clip this, the biggest sequel that's going to come out for the PS5 is going to be Ghost of Tsushima 2. That's going to be the biggest.
Yeah. Because it was a brand new IP out the gate.
I think I said
no. You
Ghost
have
will
to think of it
probably
like this.
be
Ghost of
take
Tsushima
the
was
full
a
advantage
new
of
IP out the gate. It was a brand new IP out the gate. It was fresh.
Oh, I think
You
it's
know,
dope, but I don't think it's
don't forget when they did. No one saw the online coming, and when that shit came out, boom.
Yeah.
People
And
playing it.
imagine, and it was
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanging that shit, bro.
No,
yeah,
they're
and don't
playing it.
forget,
Okay.
like, let's say Ghost of Tsushima 2 comes out, and then they add a PvP version of it online. You know what I mean? Like, or like, you know, party versus party kind of online
it
shit.
showed you that they could do that whole thing with Dishonor with it. Like,
Yes.
Something like that.
that's what I see them doing that probably on the second one, like that whole Dishonor PvP
That
type
makes
shit.
sense.
See, because again, like I said, I think in the last 3 years of last 3 years of the PS4, I think they dug that so deep in down in the barrel to pull everything that they got that right now they're either searching for new IPs or they're trying to find the most plausible way to revamp what they already have. You see what I'm
They
saying?
can just take what they
That
got and
makes
add
sense.
on to it. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
They good. They still in a good state. You still got Bloodborne, the sequel to
But-
that. You still got.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying is that like what they already have,
Uncharted.
they're trying to find a clever way to be like, okay, how do we bring this out again without it being like redundant or stale? You know,
This is a question
No.
I posed months ago and got slandered for. So
Yeah, go.
Yeah, real quick.
You last statement. Go.
If one of the biggest positives of PlayStation 4 was new IPs, right? Can we all agree to that?
One of the what?
Right.
One of the biggest what?
One of the biggest positives to PlayStation 4 was it had a gang of new IPs, like brand new IPs we never played.
Right.
Well, can we agree to that?
Yes.
If that was,
I'll say more exclusives.
Well, exclusives are not, but I mean like the brand new games. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, if that was a huge success for them, and because they came out with so many and didn't hold one or two for this gen, that means that they're like kind of like what Grid just said. They're going to be doing sequels mainly to these new IPs that were successful. And could that hurt them not dropping the same amount or a similar amount of new IPs?
No.
If they have to make
the generation just started. You know what I mean? The generation just started. It's too early to tell.
I would say,
Yeah, but again, you got to look at you got to look at development cycles as well. How long does it take to make these motherfuckers?
No, I mean you already got the.
Regardless of when, let's say at the end of this generation, Sony drops 2 new IPs as opposed to 6 last gen.
Right.
But new IPs was a major part of the success.
Well, they were no. Well, no. No. That was no. What they were good IPs, right?
Yes.
Bleeding Ass was new, but it was dog shit.
Well, really, no, Z. What was the only 2 good IPs they had? Let's keep it real.
Sony?
New IPs.
They had Horizon. You had Spider-Man.
No, Horizon wasn't successful.
It wasn't successful.
Horizon wasn't
successful. It sold like 17 million copies.
They fucked up with that. The order could have been good.
It sold like 17
Yeah,
million
the order wasn't successful. Horizon was successful.
I get what Grid's saying. Like there really only about 3 that were successful.
Right, that
Like,
were major.
That were successful. You had Uncharted.
Like,
whoa, yo, lay off the
no,
water, my guy.
no,
Yo, my
no,
guy,
no,
you gotta lay off the water, bro.
Wait. So what are you saying?
Like a Days Gone, no go. Drive Club.
Well, listen, no. It's so well, but listen, it's so well. Whether it was highly critically reclaimed like the other ones, no, but it's so well.
I'll say that, but you usually you kind of want both in terms of.
So again, we talking about you asking me what can they bring this year, and I think there's not so much long as they're done well. You know what I mean? I give you an example, right? Let me put it together. When you look at games like Halo, or I'm a Gears of War fan, right? I keep it with Gears. When you had what's another game for Sony? I will give you Uncharted, right? When you had games like Gears of War, they kind of dropped in statue, and you had games like Uncharted rose in statue, or God of War, prime example. Not a new IP, but it rose in statue. You know what I mean? They revamped it, redid it, revamped it, brought it back, something new, something fresh. You understand what I'm saying?
That's another question I got. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's so much of them being new exclusives. They were a great game was a great game, but see where people come back to Microsoft, and again, Gears, Forza, and Halo are big games. They have huge fan bases, but there was nothing else outside of that. So when you talk about a 7 long year generation, of the case may be, what sticks out to mom outside of Gears of Force and Halo? Nothing. I understand. So I understand he had other games, but that's why it comes. I mean, the Joker, you got Gears of Force and Halo. Of course, you.
I mean, I would love a Quantum Break too, without question.
I would too, but I'm just saying, we're talking about raising statue. You know what I mean, to the level of those, and you didn't get none. So it's not just so much Sony came up with new. You don't get me wrong, which call was new, just that and the other. But they were received well, critically acclaimed. You know what I mean? Horizon, that was something new and big. Ghost of Tsushima was something new and big.
Even Last of Us 2 got dragged through the mud in the beginning and won Game of the Year at the end.
So like, but I get.
So
but that's what I'm saying, though. Z, it's like how, and I think that's what Pease is saying. Is like how are they going to repeat that same success?
How? Exactly. You know why? How?
What you mean? Like Z.
How are they going to repeat that same success? Because the success was based upon the amount of IPs and the quality. So now,
you don't think
can they repeat that? Can they repeat that this generation?
Well, yeah.
To back to real quick, because you'll still answer this too, and it backpacks of what Britt is saying. It's like I said months ago. The next God of War, trust me, it's not going like when they made this God of War, it hit different. It totally was a revamp.
This next one ain't gonna hit like that.
It was a whole. This next one ain't gonna hit the same way.
Ain't gonna hit like that, right?
It's not. It's not gonna blow people away.
Okay. Here's the thing.
It's just gonna be another game.
No. I beg to differ, right? And I might be saying a little biased, and I'm close to show with this.
Yeah, you biased, man.
I love God of War. My favorite game. That's one of them. I got three favorites. I like three favorites. I like God of War. I like Gears, and I like favorite. Those are my three favorite franchises, right? But what they added new to me with the God of War was that they was able to, don't get me wrong, it's always been action-packed, over the top combos, right? They really pulled you in with the story. They got something, don't get me wrong, you had the story in the other one, but they really put you in. You actually
so the biggest change was the RPG elements.
There was no RPG element in God of War, but
what I'm saying is
they were able to they was able to add on and bring it, like you said, like you saw the softer side of Kratos and you added a protagonist into the game.
Because your Kratos wasn't like my Kratos. You see what I'm saying?
His replacement.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but you had
the way you dressed him up and armored him is not the way I did it. So you were able to make Kratos like before. All the RPG elements was everybody's going to get the same shit before the end of the game, right? But in a new one, no, your Kratos is not going to be armored like mine. We're using different shit, and I think that was. I mean, of course, it was a tight ass game. It was beautiful. It played well. It was great. But I think the biggest thing was that RPG element too, where you can gives you time to make the character yours.
Well, no,
I won't lie. I did dig that RPG elements though, because even with the side quests with the Valkyrie, it's makes you want to go and actually craft shit.
To me, it was more dependent.
But I get what Chris.
I got the action. No, I got the action. But what I'm saying is, whatever did it for you, we can all agree that game rules and statute, right?
Yes, it did. Absolutely.
Game of the year. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sir.
The greatest three was, this has got game of the year, right? And fuck the goddamn video. I think this was, but I'm saying, rules and statute across the board. I mean, be subjective. That was a great goddamn game, right? What I'm saying is, in terms, like I said, Microsoft game, like I said, with the shooter, they kind of didn't go up in statute. You know what I mean? They didn't find a way to ramp the gears and take it to the next level to, to make it be shown in a new light. You know what I mean? Now, you say going into this generation, they have a lot to work with. You know what I mean? And traditionally, like I said, their studios are known for making 2-3 games. Where, like I said, Microsoft kind of get dragged because all the Coalition makes his Gears. All 343 makes his Halo. All Turn 10 and makes his Forza, right?
Nah, but Z, let
me out. So Naughty Dog, listen, let me finish. Naughty Dog makes, they known for goddamn Uncharted. They're known for The Last of Us 2. And they've been green-lighted making a new third-person action-adventure game. They're already working on, right? We don't know what that's going to turn out to be, but again, Sony Santa Monica, outside of God of War, old boy was supposed to be making another futuristic type game. You know what I mean? That he's supposed to be making. So you know what I mean? No, traditionally these studios do 2 goddamn games. You know what I mean? So even with who did it? Was goddamn? They did Ghost of Tsushima. What's this guy's name? They did Ghost of Tsushima.
Sucker Punch.
Okay, they were known for goddamn Infamous. They were known for Infamous. Yeah. So who's to say what they're working on? And like I said, the sequel. Like I said, I don't think the turnaround will be so because you already have the assets already in place. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna go totally off the script. You know what I mean?
Z, let me narrow down what I'm saying to a question. Okay. All right. So would you prefer Ghost of Tsushima 2 or a new game by Sucker Punch?
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, okay. What I prefer? I would prefer. I would take a sequel. Longest. No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I just want something.
That's the conundrum that Sony's in, kind of.
No. I would
so many new IPs.
No. Look, I would rather a good game.
Sequel to finish a game.
Yeah, I would rather a good game because they can put out a new game and it can be dog shit. What? You know what I mean?
That's true.
I mean, at the end of the day, I would just. It's not something. I just want a good game. Whether it's Ghost of Tsushima 9, I just want a great game. You know what I mean? To see where it left off at. You know what I mean? You know, at the end of the day.
I got you.
So let me pay this bill right quick. You know, if that makes sense, not because they have a lot to work with. You know what I mean? And you know, and they move with Microsoft. Not moving. They coming into this generation with a bunch of new shit. Avowed, this, that, and all this other shit. All that stuff doesn't really appeal to me, but you know, they bringing some shit to the table. You know what I mean? But the downside is how long it's going to take to come. You know what I mean?
Well, again, right? Okay, so let's look at it from this point of view, right? We go out and we're going to buy these PS5s and we're going to be excited about these games. And the reason we're excited about it is because these games have a history, right? They have a pretty good history. We know what they are, so we can expect a good game as a sequel or from the studio per se, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, since Microsoft, we already know, like you say, like you always say, Gears, Forza, and Halo. We know those are going to be what they are. But now we have, let's say, 26 other studios added to the bunch now. So who's to say that they're not going to make some sensational new IPs that now they can work off of for the Xbox Series X2? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should hope so. I mean, I hope that's the game plan.
But that's the goal though. Like you want to make a successful IP and then do a sequel, right? That's literally the goal until you're like, okay, we got to do something new. That's literally the goal of is to establish them, and then where it's going to make it easier for you to do a sequel using that asset and move on to a different project at the same time. Like Naughty Dog done that, right? When they've done when it was doing Uncharted, it was successful. Then they pulled some people to start The Last of Us. That's what they talked about that because it's already established and you're doing a sequel. All the assets are already in place, and it's easier to move. It's easier to shift some people at the end of the game. Yeah, studios kind of do that all the time. Like doing a sequel.
I get your point, but I'm just saying, like, like the success of the PS5 is going to be based off of the success of the PS4.
Right. Yes. Roll over.
You know what I'm saying? So now, with Microsoft, we know that like we said, Gears, Halo, and Forza, we know it's going to do what that does. But now they don't. What he's saying is they don't have anything that was successful in the Xbox One X or Xbox One generation that they can basically feed off of for the Series X. So now everything that they have to do this generation is going to be new IPs that we hope become successful that they can work off of in the future. See what I'm saying?
But that's why I bring up the comparison. Like, what if a lot of people enjoyed those new IPs, and you're gonna get sequels to those new IPs, and then you have a company that had no new IPs and they're gonna drop new IPs, could that be a successful point for Microsoft? Because that was a huge success for Sony.
Yes, absolutely. That's how it should be. Like that's how it's supposed to be.
At the end of the day, whether they knew, they just need good games.
Yeah, and I co-sign that.
Outside of listen, let me be clear. Outside of Gears, Forza, and Halo, right? Well, they always had four. You had Gears, Forza, Halo, and Fable, right? Now they're back to having Fable, so I exclude that, right? They need something to the caliber of those, the extension to have to go off to be on the same tier as those. I mean, in my opinion, it's
let's say with 24 new studios.
But not all of those guys.
They gotta pull something out their ass.
Yeah, I'm not negating that.
Positioned.
I'm not negating that. But I have two questions. Not all of those guys are going to make AAA games. They're going to make some small.
That's true.
Cool.
Yeah. Of course.
But my question is, like I said, I'm hoping I'm hoping that Hellblade 2 is a AAA, hack slash with more action in it, right? But like I said, just I know we talked about it a little bit last week with the deal they did with Betamax or Betamax, whatever. I don't know if Microsoft is going to keep those things exclusive to their ecosystem. Now, I don't care if a rat's ass about Sky. I don't play those type of games. I know that they're huge, but we can be subjective, right? But I'm just saying, I don't know if they're going to lock them into their ecosystem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the big ones, I think they're going to keep those multi-plats because, again, you want to make your money where you can.
If that's the case,
as far as Like Dishonored, no, I think that'll stay exclusive. The Dishonored series will stay exclusive. I think the Doom series will stay exclusive. But as far as like,
but then it's irrelevant. Then it's irrelevant. Then.
No, it's not irrelevant because those are not their biggest selling IPs. See,
what
the biggest selling IPs is the fucking
Fallout and just I get it. But what I'm saying, if they're not going to lock that down to their ecosystem, they're still there, then it's irrelevant. Then.
If they keep one game as a multi-plat, it's irrelevant.
No, I said the big ones. You got fucking Fallout series. You got the Skyrim series. You got
that's what I'm saying. Fallout and Skyrim, I think they'll keep those multi-plat. But the Dishonored series, they'll probably keep that exclusive. And guess what else?
No, I don't see nobody's knocking the door for this hour. I'm talking about the big ones.
Because consider this, and I agree. Like if Elder Scrolls is not exclusive to Xbox, then
the add-on to that, without just talking about something to the level of Gears, Forza, and Halo, all those games there, but you're not locking them down. If you're gonna, and I'm not
they're there. Okay, look, I see what you're saying. If they lock them down, then they should be system sellers, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's cool for them. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Consider this. Like I think certain games that already have like an established fan base on a certain platform, let's say Elder Scrolls, for example, that may remain multi-plat, but that same team may make a game like a Starfield, and because it doesn't have a set fan base on a platform, that could be exclusive from. Go ahead.
No. Listen, I'm just saying if it has a fan base, it'll make a difference because if you're truly a fan of the game, or you're a gamer, you're gonna go where the game goes.
Yeah, but from Microsoft's standpoint, you're just gonna drop it on that platform and make your bread. Like,
no. Here's the benefit of making it multi-plat right here. Z. Here's the benefit.
I understand the benefit.
Microsoft will keep it multi-plat, but here's the advantage of getting it on Xbox is it's gonna be in Game Pass day one.
Okay, cool. We'll see. Okay, cool. I get it, but I don't see.
I know the only reason I got into Game Pass was because Gears 5. That's what got me.
I'm with you. I'm with you 135%. Yes.
That shit was just $10.
Let's say the next Fallout is multi-plat, but that developer also drops a brand new IP that is exclusive. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but
like those developers. Go ahead.
No. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying, we left off with something to the level of that, right? And sad to say, not really. I don't see again. I understand. Game Pass is a hell of a service. Game Pass is a hell of a service, but is that a bonded console? You know what I mean? Determine if I'm gonna get a PlayStation or an Xbox because of Game Pass. That's not there yet, and I think that's a ways on.
I don't think it's there completely, but I think that once we get warm in this generation, I think then it's going to be because once they start dropping all these Bethesda games, so once we get the Gears, and once we get our people are going to be looking at the money that they don't have to spend, and they're getting all these AAA games opposed to. If I want this game on a PlayStation, I got to go over there and pay $500 plus the cost of the game.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, let me pay this bill right quick. My brother, my Mac said, I believe in Sony, but lately I've been questioning their moves. Miles DLC so short, I've been taking my time with it. Short games are already impacting me, the gamer. Negatively, Ghost was great. Copy that. Yes. Here's the thing. I think Miles Morales was supposed to be, you know what I mean, maybe some DLC that they moved over, right? Cash grab, it is what it is, and then cool, right? But Mac, if the next one is like that, because Miles Morales is not a true sequel. I look at Miles Morales something like the Uncharted Lost Legacy, right? Now the next one after that, if that's the same way, then yeah, that's fucked up. But that does more harm than good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I get shooter small.
Spider-Man's going to be huge again on the PS5.
But no, we're talking about the true sequel to Spider-Man.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be gargantuan when they drop that.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I was saying if the next one's the same, you know what I mean, like the mountains are small, then that does more harm. Even like I said with the Miles Morales thing, right? The God of War, you know, the right, whether that's a sequel or not. If the next if Ragnarok is the true sequel to God of War, and that's like half of the content you have in the first one, that's a fucking L. You know what I mean? I'm just being realistic with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to put out.
But that's why I agree.
You know what I mean? You don't have to put out so many, as long as they're good games. You know what I mean? At the end of the goddamn day, you know.
Let's say this: did you enjoy Hive Busters? Although it was like 3 hours.
I ain't finished yet. I didn't finish yet, but it's cool. I'm not in the game, which is cool. But you know, if High Busters was the true sequel to Gears, then no.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
That's
That
what I'm
would be
saying.
an L.
why
That would be an L like a motherfucker.
Great
But
point.
that's
what
why I
I'm saying.
think these short dev cycles are telling.
No,
You know
I
what
just
I mean?
know.
Especially when I go back to the stuff Sony said a year ago about making the game shorter
Okay,
but I would say
and
this. I
creating
don't
less
think.
new IP.
Yeah, I don't
think it's
think they.
telling.
I don't think they meant like that short. It just
The
like
answers
certain
are
games.
Well, no, not as short as
like,
High Busters. Right?
No,
Not-
okay. You
not-
look at
right.
you look
That's
at God
what I'm
of War,
saying,
right?
Grid. I think it's gonna be a bit
I
shorter,
just
but
mean
not as.
shorter than a game length on the PS4.
Look at this.
like-
Look
I
at this.
think 8 to 10 hours. I think is what we're gonna start
Not a
seeing.
problem. Look at. I'm going to twist this. I promise. Last one. You look at what do you call it? God of War, right?
Right.
When did God of War release? 2018.
18, yeah.
All right. And you talking about a new one in 2021, right? God of War
That's a
3.
true
Sorry,
development,
God of War, right? They had to start that from scratch. Brand new engine,
Right.
brand new shit. What the new one? If they're speaking with the new one, right? They're not starting. What takes the most time to build these games? What was told me is the engines and just that. They already had that
Right,
shit
it's
in
true.
place. You know what I mean? So you writing the story and them doing the graphics and art and you know like the color book. But that's the easy part. Is making the engines, getting it to work and that's the hard part. You know what I mean? So they already more or less had that in place. You know what I mean? Them making something pretty a little shinier. You're just adding on to what you already have. So you know what I mean. So the turnaround 2 to 3. It's, you know what I mean. It's not like they're starting from scratch. You know what I mean. So when
I mean that's true because God of War 1 and 2 came out in the PlayStation 2 within the same.
And you had God of War
like
3.
not that far away from.
Then God of
And
War
then we had
Ascension was
3,
Attack on
and then we had Ascension came out in the same period. Or actually, I think it was Ascension first. Thank God.
Yeah. It was God of War 3. Then Ascension.
I mean, you're right.
Ascension came
And
out.
using Miles Morales as a beta test though, like they had to create an engine for Spider-Man 4 and you know for Spider-Man PlayStation 4, but the turnaround time that they made a game in 2 to 3 years was a shorter bite-sized game, and that's what I'm saying. Like I understand they're reusing assets and everything of that nature, but I even use Last of Us 2 that's why I use Last of Us 2 as an example. Like that still took 6 years to make.
Yeah,
but look at
they didn't make a new. They didn't make a new.
Look at that's a different guy. Compared to goddamn, what you call it, goddamn game. The last of even the controls, the game, the controls, goddamn, was trash. Hold me just built. Max said, "Fuck that." None of that shit.
It's the same engine, though. Well, go ahead.
I don't know. They got some new shit for the next gen, and Sony got their own shit. And Maxie said, if Xbox buckles to Sony, it's an L. Sony gets no games. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You know what I mean? But what's the new guy's name again?
Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke.
The 2 new guys. What's y'all names, bro?
No, I'm G.
Okay, Jay, do you have a YouTube channel? You ain't saying we get you on the show.
No, I ain't get the YouTube shit yet, but I got the Twitch. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same shit as my name on here, my Twitch. So it's the same thing. Check me out when I'm streaming and whatever. I get the YouTube shit together though.
I'll see no more. We'll probably be doing something again Saturday. Or like I said, tomorrow for those who just joining tomorrow at 2:00 Eastern. I will be on White Man's Time. I will be on China. I have a 1-on-1 with Hip Hop Gamer. You know what I mean? Which actually I'm excited. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow. He was, if you don't know, he's one of the ones that influenced me to do what I do. Believe it or not. You know what I mean? Everybody looks. I look to you.
Crazy.
The wind beneath my wings. The wind beneath my wings. What? I'm sorry. What?
I think everybody got back on that Rocket League last night. They're trying to get that together. So just so you know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's we need to hop back on that Rocket League.
All right.
I ain't never played soccer cars, bro.
That's fine.
Ever.
I downloaded that shit last night.
Yeah. But yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank everybody rocking out loud. We'll be back tomorrow at me and Nev. We'll be back tomorrow with Hip Hop Gamer.
Yes, sir.
2 p.m. Eastern, and then like I said, but listen. Shout out everybody that rocked out with me. Like I said, shout out you guys been rocking with me on Twitch. I appreciate it. I'm going back on Twitch right now. We're doing Rocket League.
What's about to play, D? What's playing on Twitch?
Matt and whatever, Duty, Warzone.
Suckers.
They going to link right here. You know what I mean? We on whatever.
Hey, you were supposed to be on that Warzone, getting in that dojo. Z, what's up with that?
Yeah, I was sick, man. I wasn't feeling good yesterday.
You get that shit downloaded, Z?
You need to get that
Warzone?
shit.
Warzone?
You need to get shit together.
Do I have Warzone down? Yeah, I got Warzone down. Yeah. Yeah, that's the link right there. Also, a lot of you guys got Amazon Prime. Click the link right here. It's probably away for free. For those who like that over the top shit, that wild shit, listen, I'm telling you, the Twitch streams be live and it's just crazy.
Yeah, it goes down on Twitch. Y'all need to come, bro.
Yeah,
It do go down on Twitch, bro.
Yeah, click the link.
It goes down on Twitch, bro.
Actually, let me get my stream key.
Hey, niggas was being nice tonight, bro.
Yeah. This
It
is
goes
cool.
down on Twitch, though.
We got the new guys here, man. Break them in, man.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't get a chance to break you two fuck niggas in, but we'll get y'all niggas. Don't worry about it.
We try. I mean, shit.
No,
Like I
no.
said, I'm down for whatever, bro.
I do the breaking. I do the
I do the
breaking.
breaking
I
in.
already been around. You know, I'm just
man.
new to the podcast shit. You know.
Let me go back one. Okay, let me go right here. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going live on Twitch. Probably whatever, man. Streaming tools. There we go. Got my stream key. But anyway, listen. Plug your podcast again, my man. You gonna drop a link to your show?
Yeah.
What's my man's name again? What the guy? I'm bad with names, bro. I'm gonna fuck your name for about 2 months, bro. I'm horrible with names.
Cool
bro.
Hand.
Yeah. Cool Hand Crew. So, type something in the chat so I can make you an admin right quick. You can drop the link.
Yeah. Oh, am I doing that on the Twitch or on YouTube?
No, on YouTube. You can drop it right here. Well, type something right now so I can
make me admin. Gotcha,
yeah,
bro.
you can drop the link, bro, to your show.
Gotcha. Here we go. I just typed it in right now.
All right, now get the link to your show, brother. As you can drop the link to this one man here. You can do the same thing in stream. You want to drop the link to your Twitch channel, whatever you got going on. But
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Oh shit. What I got to put at Twitch or something?
No, right here. Just if you want, and just what do you
yeah, I just put it in there.
No, you gotta put it right here on the YouTube. We on YouTube, bro.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah,
I gotta. Yeah, I'm about to set my shit up anyway.
Yeah, just drop your. You can drop your Twitch right here. Is what I'm saying. Just type something right quick in the YouTube chat so I can.
Yeah, they're gonna tell me to sign in to do it. I ain't signed in to YouTube.
But anyway, listen, gentlemen, I'm going live right now on Twitch. I'm rock out with your boy. You can pop some shit, man. You know how we do at late night, at our own coffee. We breaking night tonight, man. Pause. Shout out everybody.